Welcome back to another episode of Brit and Jacob Go to the Movies. I am Britton.
And I'm Jacob.
And we are joined today by the unofficial third member of the crew, aka friend of the show, Carlton Bacon. How you doing, sir?
Hi there.
So, well, if you can see the poster, it's Halloween time, baby. We're gonna be talking about Halloween today. The original one from John Carpenter, who, you know me, I love John Carpenter. Though The Thing is still my favorite of his movies. Halloween is really damn good as well. A classic, I should say. I'll let you guys talk. What do you think?
Man, it's in my top 5 of greatest horror movies. It is up there. Like when you think of the 3 best slashers, Freddy, Michael, and Jason are up there for me. I think we said this last week when we talked about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I know. We're talking about one slasher classic this week. Now we're talking about another one with John Carpenter.
Yeah. Okay, I said Freddy was my favorite, but if Michael, for me, takes it as far as like the greatest horror movie theme of all time.
Yeah, that's a good one. There was this funny episode of like Michael, of a guy dressed up as Michael trying to like come up with the Halloween theme, and his cat just comes and plays the first note of the theme, and he's like, "Yes!" then he makes it.
Yeah, that's the Merkins YouTube channel. I saw that.
Oh, fantastic. Jacob, what do you think of this movie?
Oh, yes. I think the reason why Halloween has remained a timeless classic is because it's examination of evil, I think, and how it can affect somebody and how someone can allow that evil to just take over. Along with John Carpenter's phenomenal direction, because his direction shines above anything else in this film. Because he took what is an incredibly simple premise and took it in a far better direction than perhaps it was on paper. And of course, the iconic score, written and composed by Carpenter himself, despite the fact that he has stated that he can't write a note. And that's very inspiring, actually. So I think that's the reason why Halloween is a slasher classic and a horror classic.
I know. A lot of people call John Carpenter the master of horror, and I'm not going to take that away from him. He definitely is, but I would say go farther and say he's the master of genre filmmaking. Assault on Precinct 13, Halloween, The Thing. I haven't actually seen Prince of Darkness, but I've heard that movie's actually really good. Also has Donald Pleasance in it. Yeah, this guy is just great. I love this movie. There are some parts of this that haven't aged well. Don't crucify me, but this film is really well done. Yeah. We also get a great standout performance from Jamie Lee Curtis. This was her first movie, if I recall right. This was her breakout role.
It's funny, well not funny, but it's weird to see like all those big celebrities we know when we go back and watch the very first thing that they were in.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about young Johnny Depp last week. Now we're talking about young Jamie Lee Curtis. Who was just in Halloween Ends, which I actually managed to see using dubious means, and yeah, it was something.
That sums it up.
It was something else. Thank you, Carlton. It was just like
it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst either. I have parts in there I liked more than I dislike. So I think some people just took out of proportion, but there are some legit things in the movie as far as complaints. I can see why, but hey, maybe in like a few years people like look at it and be like, it wasn't that bad, or they'll look at it years later and be like, No, that was still booty juice. I don't know.
It's not as bad as Halloween Resurrection, where it's revealed that some guy dressed up as Michael Myers got his head chopped off, and he kills like Laurie Strode in the first like 5 minutes. Like that one's the worst
Hey,
for me.
We don't talk about that one.
Though hey,
No.
we did get Busta Rhymes going hi-yo and kicks him out the window.
Gold.
That is awesome. I am sorry. That is just great.
It's almost as bad as the trick or treat motherfucker line, like, bruh.
Yeah, trick or treat, motherfucker. Ow! He kicks him out the window. I love it. It's fucking awesome. Oh, Lord. Michael Myers has been in some really weird directions since this first movie. Apparently he's evil as a result of like a pagan cult. He looks like David Gilmour in the new Halloween movies. What else has he been through? He's gotten shot, stabbed, beaten, blown up.
Yeah,
and
he's
this
still alive.
motherfucker's still alive, bro.
A damn hanger in the eyes.
Yeah, hanger in the eye. It's just like, oh, jeez.
Why not just decapitate his head? Then he'll still be alive. Just pick up his head and put it back on his body.
Yo, I remember, Jacob, Cameron was over here for Halloween a few years ago, and me and him were watching Halloween 2, and this chick is just fucking running for her life, and Michael's just quietly walking as slowly as possible, and me and Cameron were just laughing at it. It was just, oh.
I mean, it's such a cliche every time. Oh, they're running for their lives while these killers are walking very slowly, and then they'll trip on nothing, and then they'll just catch up in the perfect time and just kill them.
I hate. Did I ever tell you guys how much I hate that trope?
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
I was watching the new Hellraiser. The gay kid in the movie, he had a good 15-yard head start. At the last minute, this motherfucker decides he wants to trip. I said, "Oh, you want some white girl shit? Are you serious?" I'll be goddamn. I was so mad. I almost threw the remote.
Oh my God,
The fact that he didn't get killed in that scene is such a miracle, because I'm like, that's usually a recipe for disaster. Any bitch that trips, your ass is grass.
It's like a rule of thumb in the in horror movies. If you trip up, you're dead. You know.
I gotta ask, Carlton. You said you saw the new Hellraiser movie. How was it?
Yeah. It was okay.
Because I've been wanting to check it out, because why not?
It's okay. The story, as far from a story perspective, it's decent. From the gore and the horror, or the prosthetics, or the cinematography, top notch. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie. There's a few times I kind of skimmed through just to get us closer to the ending, to see if the story was going anywhere.
Oh.
The third act, I got to it without skipping, but the entire time I'm like, how the fuck did I call that? And I'm not the best at calling out shit, but I called certain things that happen. The only thing, I'm not, without spoiling it, something happens at the end of the movie. I'm like, okay, that was different. That was out of nowhere, but in a good way. Y'all waited till the very last 2 minutes to do something that blows my mind. Fuckers.
Yeah.
I was like, I saw that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go watch Halloween Kills again. At least I have fun watching that.
Yeah, and they actually had an actor who looked like Donald Pleasance, and they didn't just badly CG him in.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I mostly heard praise for Jamie Clayton's performance as Pinhead, so that's why I was kind of intrigued to watch it.
That was the one thing you can look forward to.
Okay, good.
There's this whole
people say oh, she's the best part of the movie. She's phenomenal as Pinhead. I'm like, oh, I actually want to see that just to see her portrayal as Pinhead.
She's more creepy to me than the original.
Oh wow.
But judge from the trailers and even just from her voice, I was like, oh yeah. After I see, I think I'm gonna be like, yeah, she's more terrifying than the original.
Like the original one was cool, but there were some parts that felt melodramatic as acting.
I
Like
think
the
that was
old school
intentional.
horror. With this bitch, she's so matter of fact and so stoic. It's eerie.
Yeah, I mean, but going back to Michael Myers, but yeah, has been through. Michael Myers has been through a lot in his years as a horror movie icon. He's been remade, rebooted numerous times, and he's also gone through a lot of punishment. So I guess he deserves it because he is a murderer.
Resurrection was his biggest punishment. But
Oh God, got to talk about that someday. But
please don't.
Oh yeah, we also got Season of the Witch, which that's one of those movies I can't pin down how I feel about it at the end of the day.
Halloween 3, when they tried to get away from Michael.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I only saw it once. I've never had an opinion on it because, like you said, I can't pin how I feel. Like I don't know. Like
That's fair, man.
Like you want to take it as okay, not related to Michael. If it was like a standalone film, you could do a whole separate franchise off of this. But at the same time, it's also very fucking confusing. Like story-wise, it's weird.
Yeah, I know.
I have to wait on you to look at it again and point out something because I got nothing.
That's fair. We also got Halloween 4, which I think that's the one where Michael's walking up the stairs with the guy with the shotgun that spooked me so much as a child.
Yeah. Michael Myers Returns.
And Donald Pleasance is still there, even though he's getting old. Yep. Then Paul Rudd was in one. I forgot which one that was, but
6.
He was in 6. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, the shitty ass Halloween mask.
Yep. Oh God. Oh jeez.
Yeah.
God, you have to bring that shit up.
I'm sorry.
Halloween 2.
I was trying to forget the horrendous mask in that shit.
There's also Halloween 2 where Michael Myers gets blinded, blown up, and shot. I think. Then he gets shot.
And he's still alive.
And somehow he's still alive.
Which technically, it's on the same night as the first one, so he had a rough ass night.
He had a rough night. Oh man. It also launched Jamie Lee Curtis's career, which is kind of funny. She was also in The Fog and Prom Night, which are some other horror movies. But then she's like, kind of tired of the horror movies for a while. So, now she's doing her thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then she was in 2018's Halloween, which was actually pretty good. And then she was in Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, which is, I'm not sure how to pin down those movies just yet, but let's just say they were interesting.
Yeah, the main complaint I heard about Halloween Kills, the story wasn't as focused as the first one. Like, it didn't know what it wanted to do, and then Laurie is barely in it. She's kind of sidelined in that one. But me, personally, I thought that, as far as kills, that one was the best one. Even the dumb people, their kills were at least interesting. Even the bitch who was shooting like a stormtrooper, like, the one, the nurse, she with the Desert Eagle, Michael kicks the door and makes her blow her own face off. I laughed so hard. I'm like, I should feel bad, but I don't feel bad about that one. That one, hands down, the best kill Michael has ever done.
Oh, without question.
Like, bitch.
But this first one, we also got the Rob Zombie movies, which, not terrible, actually.
I defend the first one. I don't care what anyone says.
Now, yes, it is a bit more extreme and in your face, but I enjoy them. They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
In a kind of dark, fucked up way, but still.
I have it on DVD. Oh, not the second one, but I have the first one on DVD. I was just talking to Jacob about it the other day. The second one.
Yeah.
That one, he kind of. There's a lot of scenes. Rob kind of drags out. Like, for like almost 5 minutes, one of the characters is talking about fucking a dead girl. It's in the back of their coroner van, coroner van. I'm like, bro, can we just kill him in this scene? Because I'm getting a little uncomfortable. Who the fuck talks about fingering a dead?
Well, only in a Rob Zombie movie. This is the man who made Night of 1,000 Corpses, so you know, and The Devil's Rejects. He's not known for his subtlety.
Oh look, when you say that, an ad on my TV for The Devil's Rejects come on. Ain't that a bitch?
Wow, that is a weird coincidence.
Oh my god.
But yes, Halloween is a classic. I think that's safe to say. Michael Myers is kind of an icon now.
Kinda, he is an icon.
Well, I spoke too soon. But, yeah, Michael Myers is like one of the most iconic characters of all time. And John Carpenter has been patting himself on the back and just, I'm bet, shaking his head at the other Halloween movies for years now.
Yeah, sounds about right. John has come kind of the Alan Moore of horror movies, in a sense, just not as hateful.
Yeah, not as bitter, luckily.
Yeah, like John is able to loosen up a little bit.
Did you see that interview he did recently where he's like, what do you think of those enhanced horror movies? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about, like, he's the guy's like, I'm talking about, like, movies like Hereditary and Midsommar, and he's like, I've never heard of those movies in my life.
Look, he's just being honest. Like, did you really expect him to know about that shit?
Well, I mean... it's like, jeez. Hereditary, that's one I'm like, I kind of dread talking about that one, because, movie's fucked.
Fucked up movie.
Y'all being nice saying that.
I don't know what else to say.
Like...
I mean, that sums it up. It's a fucked up movie.
Like, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying in a, that one was the one that threw me off for the first time in a long time in horror movies. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Alright, so Halloween. I wouldn't say this film is like well, I don't know. There are certain slashers I like. I like the first Nightmare on Elm Street, and I like Scream, and I like this one. I'm sure there's other ones I'm missing.
Jason Lives.
Jason Lives. That's a masterpiece. I don't care what you guys say.
I don't give a fuck. Freddy vs. Jason as well. I love that shit. I don't give a fuck.
I've never heard anyone praise Jason Lives before. This is fascinating.
No, I'm kidding.
Jason Lives is the best Friday the 13th movie. I rest my case.
I'll admit I'm not the hugest fan of the original Friday the 13th, though I do love the hamminess of it. It's one of those I'm like, oh man, memories.
The one where it's
the very first one where Kevin Bacon gets like stabbed to the neck. It's really like it's really like oh man.
Honestly, that one the first version of Friday the 13th and Halloween, they both have, for me, the one thing in common. Those are the two movies that if you want to be relying so much on CGI or big budget, look at those two movies and you'll see where your creative side will really pop. For me, those are two great examples of how to make a good horror movie and not have a whole lot.
I mean, John Carpenter and like Shane Carruth are the two guys I think of when I think of the idea that budget does not have to stifle creativity. And no one demonstrates that more than John Carpenter. And again, maybe Shane Carruth. Halloween looks very polished despite its very minuscule budget of how much money was this movie given? $300,000.
Yep.
Not
Yeah.
that much. Like it's it's a lot to me, but it's not a lot for like a movie, you know?
Yeah. Even Michael Myers' mask, like it was a William Shatner mask, but they just spray painted it white.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Yeah.
Which, you know,
like,
that always threw me. A William Shatner mask? Those exist?
I know, right?
Yep. Hard
I
to
know.
believe, huh?
Like, when I first heard that, I'm like, who the fuck was asking for a William Shatner mask back then, even if you're a Trekkie? But I saw the documentary how they did that, and I was like, wow, that is so freaking, like, that's talent to think to do that.
Truth is often stranger than fiction, I've learned.
Wise man.
Also, how they made this movie is really interesting. They only made it in like 30 days, and it is pretty good. I mean, some of the acting is a bit sus, but aside from that, this is a very well done movie for the most part. The suspense, the suspense just keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, this is another example of movies that actually took their time.
Yeah, it builds up the suspense. And also, we get the greatest hype man in the history of horror, Dr. Sam Loomis, played by Donald Pleasance.
Man, it's not weird, but it's funny how you look at movies and you're like, you can spot which actors essentially saved movies just by their casting. And this is one of those where if they didn't have him, I don't know if the movie would have worked as well as it did.
Yeah, I was about to say, he was probably the only one who was really, giving it his all. Some of the other, Jamie Lee Curtis is clearly trying in this movie, and she actually does a good job, even though apparently she was horrified by her performance in this movie. Until John Carpenter's like, no, you're fine. And she just went with it. She still, I think she still doesn't like her performance in this.
Yeah, that's what she says.
I think, I will say, I know everyone loves the score. I am a little more privy to Escape from New York. I love the score of that movie. I love the theme. It's really good. John Carpenter, that man's a Renaissance man.
Very much so. That's why I think they got him to do Elvis, too, after Halloween 2.
I always forget he did Elvis, and Kurt Russell was in it.
Oh, that one. I forgot about that one.
There's been so many Elvis movies and projects. You guys, it's kind of hard to keep track.
I know Carlton wants to make an Elvis movie at some point.
I wanted to until the new one came out. I haven't. Fuck me. I won't even watch it. I'm gonna be honest. I won't watch the new one.
I haven't watched it myself.
Because not because I think it sucks, but because I'm so close to the project. I'm kind of bitter that they did it before me, and I don't agree with the casting. I don't agree with some of the dates. They kind of mess up. I can't watch it and be fair to it. So I watch it kind of like fuckers, like a bitter old man in a way. So y'all gonna have to tell me about it because I ain't watching it.
I might see it, but I'm not a big Baz Luhrmann fan, so...
I don't like Baz Luhrmann that much either.
Like, y'all gotta tell me about him, because I've never heard about this man before a day in my life.
Have you ever seen Romeo plus... Have you seen Romeo plus Juliet? That's all you need to know about Baz Luhrmann. If you've ever seen that movie.
With Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
It's been years. I saw it, I liked it, but I haven't seen that since I was like 12.
I was about to say, watch that, and you'll need to. That's all you'll need to know, man.
Oh, wait, he did the Gatsby?
Yeah, he did.
Well, that was almost 10 years ago. Where the fuck has he been since then?
He just disappeared, and then he just decided to make an Elvis movie.
Like, almost like when Josh Trank disappeared, and he did the shitty-ass Capone movie. Like,
Yeah, and you're still shitty.
I mean, he was. I think that's an understandable one. He was so embarrassed after making Fant Four Stick, he went into
As he
hiding.
should be.
Which,
Dig yourself a fucking grave. Just live in it for the rest of your life.
like, but I made Chronicles, and that's the only thing you get to celebrate.
Yep.
Oh my god, because Chronicle was actually good. I mean, I hate Max Landis, but I mean, I'm just gonna say that. Fuck Max Landis. I'm glad he got called out. He looked rapey.
He did that. I forgot he wrote that. I forgot all about that shit.
He looked rapey. Then Anna Akana's like, oh, he's gaslighting women. I'm like, oh, look at my surprise face. Fuck you, Max Landis. Stupid fucking troll haircut. Fuck Max Landis.
I'm like,
Jacob, he has us beat with the guy Gardner ate.
yeah.
I'm like, don't ever bring up Max Landis' name in my presence, but, you know, I kind of brought it up first, so you're good.
Yep.
Damn.
I'll give myself a lashing later. It's fine.
Okay, note to self.
But Halloween. Is there any more blurb thoughts before we actually like get into the movie? Because I mean, I'm kind of run out of.
No, I think we're ready to get into it.
I'm ready.
Good movie. This one and like Assault on Precinct 13 probably made his name in Hollywood. So yeah, that's all I can say. Though the Thing is still better.
How dare you?
So all right, let's get into this. So we begin this movie with a POV shot of someone looking through a mask, and they're kind of walking through they're walking through the house, and there's some teenagers and they're making out, and you know they're having a good time, right? Well, the masked figure ends up following them to their bedroom, and the guy goes to like the bathroom or something, and I should just point out the acting in this film is not perfect. Like there's and this is a good example. Yeah, Michael.
God damn it!
It's kind of like okay.
Oh, bless her heart.
Okay, it's like she's trying. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Her and her blood-soaked titties. I'm sorry.
Oh, you know, so yeah, she gets murdered. We end up realizing that this kid's name is Michael Myers, and he just murdered his sister. Yay. I will admit, when his parents take off the mask and it's just like a regular kid, he just looks confused. Like, that shit actually kind of haunting.
It is. Very chill.
No, it's haunting.
What were you saying, Carlton?
It's so dangerous. Like, y'all didn't think the kid... I said it's weird to think that someone that small can be that dangerous. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, y'all just looking at him with the knife. No one thought to take it from him or kick him or something. We're just going to stand here watching this confused boy holding a knife drenched in his sister's blood.
I mean, in all honesty, I'll be fair. Like, what would you do in that situation? You'd be like, what what are you doing?
That's what.
Probably take the knife from him. Like, well, okay, fine. Maybe I'd at least take the knife from him, but I can understand the shock. Just like, Michael?
And to be 6 years old, that to me is the fucked up part, because that means essentially you was born this evil.
Yep.
That's the thing that's interesting about Michael. I think that's the power of his character, and one of the things I didn't like about Halloween Ends, but, I don't want to get into that movie right now. I like that Michael, it's like he's not really a man.
Yeah.
There's almost that folklorish quality about him that he's not a man. Like, he's not just a man. He's something else entirely. the
not a mere
boogeyman,
mortal.
if you will.
Like he's like well, yeah, yeah. You said pretty much he's the boogeyman himself.
Yeah, he's also called the Shape, apparently. I never knew this till I was older.
Wow, really?
Yeah, no. I just knew him as Michael Myers. I'm just like, oh, look at that.
I think I heard about it. I think when I first started watching the movies, and I always wondered, well, why do they call him the Shape? Isn't his name Michael? Like, then as I got older, I kind of learned to like appreciate that more. That we call him Michael, but he's just the Shape. I don't know. I've learned to like kind of think like that's kind of cool from a creative standpoint. But I also I have to ask y'all about this. The whole thing that's a lot of people like a lot of theories over the years saying that the mask is what the evilness behind the mask itself. That's what gives Michael quote unquote his powers. What do y'all two think about that concept personally?
I've never heard this till now, but
I've heard of it.
I don't know. I mean, he was murdering people before he got the mask, so I'm like,
right.
I kind of got the idea it's like some weird innate thing inside of him that just drives him to murder.
I mean, it's not like, finding the crystal in the Indiana Jones movie that's the source of evil. Like, motherfucker, he got that shit 15 years later. The nigga was born crazy and fucked up.
I mean, he killed his own sister at 6 years old, so.
Right. Butt-ass naked after the dude gave her 5 pumps. Like, if that's not evil, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Didn't he kill the boyfriend as well?
No, he just walked out the door after 5 pumps out. Y'all call you when you know he wasn't going to. And he just leaves the house. Honestly, he got lucky. He didn't stay there.
He really did.
So,
Michael could have killed him like he did in Rob Zombie.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, Michael Myers in this, he's more of a, he's almost like a supernatural being, almost. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, close.
Definitely a stalker.
Yes.
Definitely a damn good stalker.
Oh, big time. Greatest stalker on the face of this earth.
Like, you would take him to go hunting. Real talk. Because he's really good at tracking people he's never met a day before in his life for some reason.
You have to do all the work for me.
Like, man, how'd you get that? Oh, Michael.
Yeah, Michael Myers is just, so we realize that this kid, there's something wrong with this boy. And I'm glad that they never, try to explain it. It's just like, yep, he's evil. Don't know why. He just is. Which would be a cop-out in some other movies, but, in this one, it's actually, really weird, and it makes you, ooh, this guy's scary.
Yeah, a lot of YouTubers I watch that watch this for the first time, they want to know why he kills his sister, why he does this, why he does that. I'm like, fuck the why. Not knowing is scarier. Just like you don't know the Joker's real name. That's more fucked up than knowing.
The mystery behind it is what makes Michael Myers terrifying. Like, why does he do the things that he do? Why does he kill? Why is he evil?
Yeah. Because, okay, like Freddy, you know why he does what he does, so you can pretty much prepare for that. How the fuck do you prepare for Michael? When, truthfully, I even thought about this. This is scarier. Michael himself probably doesn't even know why.
And to be honest, he probably doesn't care. He's just like, I'm gonna kill people.
I guess it's my destiny, killing people.
Yeah, I love how he's just so like, I guess this is my life now.
Yeah.
Never questions it.
There was a theory I heard maybe a while ago that he's so stuck in that moment when he's 6 that when he breaks out, he still thinks he's in that same mindset, that same moment of Halloween night, and he's never not been out of that, and that's what drives him. I'm like, that's I guess a cool way to look at it. But at the same time, he was patient for 15 years. I'm pretty sure he like, who's no one can. I've never been so. I've never been patient longer than 15 minutes, let alone 15 years. This dude has his patience game is strong. Just sit and wait for a holiday just so he can kill people. He never knows.
Waiting until October 31st. Oh, guess it's time to kill some bitches.
Don't even need a calendar. I got that shit memorized.
He's like, oh no. I bet he goes around the mental hospital. He's like, oh no, guys, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? I'm getting out of here, bitches. I'm going to explore the world and kill everybody. Yep, I'm going to be walking as slow as I can while these dumbasses are tripping on themselves. It's going to be awesome. Gonna be out of here. He just double burden everybody. He's like, yeah.
Like, guess what day it is? It's stab day.
And the other mental hospital patient is like, oh, Jesus Christ. Please get him out of here now. I'm gonna escape. And he's like, dang it. And Loomis is just like in the background. He's just like, oh, Jesus, Juan.
Right. Okay, maybe it's just me. Does anyone else find it kind of, like, curious how Michael kills one person? Truthfully, like, you know, realistically, he kills one person.
Uh-huh.
And Donald treats him as the most evil thing. You would think if he had done, like, 10 kills or 20 kills in a night, he would think that, but I've always wondered why Donald was so gung-ho on him. Never.
Sorry, just you say he's so gung-ho, I'm like, yep, that's about right.
That's it.
For lack of a better word, because I couldn't think of anything else more clever, but yeah. He's just gung-ho with this motherfucker.
Can't forget when Jamie just stabs a guy and he's like, no. He sounds like Palpatine.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, and he's trying to shoot her, and you're like, dude, it's a kid. Stop.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck the bitch.
He's like, fuck her. He needs to die. He's like,
look, Donald be ready with the gun. He be ready to shoot somebody. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give you a baby, old, look, you got to die. You got to die.
if you stab someone in a clown outfit, you're just fucking dead. That's it. So Michael ends up getting locked up in Smith Grove Sanitarium, as you do when you murder somebody and you're a kid and they don't know what the hell to do with you. On October 30th, 1978, Michael's psychiatrist, a proper mid-Atlantic gentleman by the name of Dr. Samuel Loomis, played by Donald Pleasance. What do you guys think of this guy? Iconic, I think.
Underrated.
Underrated?
Extremely.
Underrated as an actor, underrated as a character. I feel like he should be getting way more praise than he does. I feel like he does get the praise he does because of, true fans like us talk about him and shine a light on.
Yeah.
He doesn't get mentioned as much as you would think, like with Nancy or Sydney or Lori. It's just, he's just some crazy doctor guy, and that's kind of how unfamiliar fans kind of treat him as, and it's kind of sad.
He's also Michael's hype man, as I like to call him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rather intentional or not.
He's like, he's out. Is it that bad?
Yeah, he's probably the best performance in this movie. I mean, some of this acting, like I said before, is a little sus. I remember there was the girl on the phone call. That was kind of bad acting, but Jacob, do you remember? Chris Stuckman mentioned it. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. Didn't mention. Yeah. Can't remember at this point.
Damn it. Alright, that's fine.
The only thing in this movie, I know probably jumping ahead, but the only thing that was sus to me in this Did anyone else catch how the dude's talking about ripping off Lindsay's clothes off? Isn't she the girl in the movie? The little girl watching TV?
Oh.
Yes, she is.
I think that was a bad communication, like, with the continuity, personally. But it's still weird to see on screen.
Very.
Yeah, you're just watching it and he mentions that and you're like, wait, that's a little girl, and then you just like you're like, I'm now disturbed for an entirely different reason that this movie did not intend at all.
Yeah.
Oh, like, god damn, who dropped the ball on that?
So Loomis is kind of, you could say he's an eccentric fellow. And he just has a hate boner for Michael. He just wants him either locked up for life or he's gonna die. He would much prefer it if he died, but locking up would be good too. He's just he's recommending it, and everyone else is just like, Loomis, that crazy guy, and he's all like, oh, just wait, you'll see.
Yeah, I'll wait for me to be right again.
Realistic, right?
Sadly, though, Michael ends up escaping. I guess he can do that, despite how slowly he moves.
I'm sorry, because you said that, and I pictured the scene in my freaking head. Just slap a glass, move, bitch, and then drives off.
So he breaks in, chokes a lady using the same sound effect, which is used later in the movie. I think he throws her out of the car, gets into the car. I guess he can drive, even though he's been locked up in there since he was a kid, and drives off.
Yeah, okay. Shit, no driver's license or nothing, and drive, and that's the thing, and drive perfectly.
Yeah,
no issues whatsoever. Just I'm an experienced driver, even though I've been locked up.
Like Loomis says, maybe someone here gave him lessons. No, motherfucker, you say that, but I'm serious. I think someone might have. And they had to. Fuck that shit.
And then everyone's like, oh shit, where's he gonna go now? And then Loomis just goes, he's going home. And then we hear the theme. Or at least I think that's what happens. I know he says he's going home.
Or he's so ominous about it. I think Loomis at that point, he's like, I don't have time to do your job for you. Figure the shit out. You figure it out while I have to go ahead and try to stop it. So he has no patience or time to really go into detail. Which, arguably, that's understandable when you have a maniac that's loose.
We end up, he ends up going into Smith's Grove. He ends up going into a mechanic's place, and kills the mechanic and takes his overalls. And then he goes to Haddonfield. He gets knives, ropes, and a white William Shatner mask from a hardware store.
Yeah,
still hard to believe.
All off screen.
And no one notices. They're just like, oh yeah, there's a weird lanky guy walking around.
Well, in his defense, it's Halloween. So they rely on that a lot to explain why he's able to just walk around like that every fucking year.
That's true. That is true. I will say, I do like how Loomis is prepared. He's just like, don't tell them that he's around, because they'll just see him on every corner. Just tell them to keep their mouths shut and their eyes open. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, but that's fair though, because realistically, we would fuck that up and we would freak out everybody.
I can just see the cops. I don't know if you guys have seen Superbad, but it's like the cops is like, oh wait, we will shoot you. You know. Better clear her out. We will shoot you. You know.
Oh god. Yeah.
Except there's no cops hanging out with a kid named McLovin in this movie, unfortunately.
Aw.
So, we end up meeting Jamie Lee Curtis's character, Laurie Strode. One of the most iconic final girls in horror movie history, I should say. One of the things I will say I like about the Halloween reboot from 2018 is they get rid of the fact that Laurie is supposedly his sister. I think that works better, because it's like, oh, why did he do it? Like, why did he attack her out of everybody else? Keeps the mystery. Kind of did it too late, because everyone kind of bought the, oh, it's his sister. But, you know.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I have a love. Well, I don't hate it. I have a complicated relationship with that. I can accept that if that's not canon to watch the new trilogy, but I will always have that at the back of my mind. Or when I'm watching like the sequels or Rob Zombie's movies, I gotta like remember that. So it's like I gotta learn how to turn it on and off when I'm watching these movies in different timelines. It's a chore.
Yeah, Halloween has gone through so much. I mean, Michael was like a ritual at some point, so...
Oh, God.
Which, you know, I'll admit, that is not actually a terrible idea. They just executed it horribly.
Yeah.
In the most, like, cliched way possible, but, you know.
Yeah.
Now, Laurie Strode is the kind-hearted and very innocent, like, to an extent. She doesn't like smoking with her friends. She's just like, she just wants to chill, and she just wants to chill and babysit and hang out with kids and watch movies. All right, like, can she just do that? No, her friends are just like, oh, smoking's cool. You know.
Like, you know,
sex is cool. Yeah.
Totally.
I do think it's kind of hilarious that she survives the movie and she's like, she just happens to be a virgin, and now everyone's like, oh, she survived because she's pure, and then John Carpenter's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was not at all what I was saying.
And then the trope was born where the people who had sex were the first to be killed.
Damn it, Jacob beat me to it. I was getting ready to say that. That's where I think that shit started.
But yeah, I love how John Carpenter was just like, dude, I did not intend this at all, but okay, you know what? If that makes you feel better, go right ahead. I was not at all trying to imply that.
Yeah.
But you know what I think? I think Wes saw that, and I think that's why he had Sydney fuck and scream, just so he could, like, end that.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah.
Just end that trope. Hey, Sydney is not a virgin, but hey, she's still alive.
Like, yeah, she got dick down and she still won. Like, fuck.
Yep.
I love the line before Billy knocks out Randy, and he's like, I've never been so glad to be a virgin, and he just gets fucking socked by Billy.
Oh, goddamn.
I also forgot to mention in our review when Billy is about to get stabbed by Sydney, it's almost like he gets distracted. He's like, oh, yeah, that's a classic. Oh, shit, fuck.
Oh, yeah, before he gets stabbed by a fucking umbrella.
Yeah. He's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, in his defense, it is a classic.
Yeah. But yeah, Laurie is just chilling. She just wants to have a good time. You know, it's Halloween. Can I just have a good time? And you can do whatever the hell you want. I just want to watch movies and hang out with the children. All right? Can I do that? And they're like, fine. Go. Fine. You're still lame though. And she's like, fuck you. So. So Michael ends up seeing so Laurie has a normal life. Her dad's a real estate guy. And guess which house he's trying to sell? That haunted, or allegedly haunted, Michael Myers' house.
Of course.
Because of course he is.
Yeah. Why not?
You know,
it's
get
haunted,
somebody
but...
for it.
Yeah, I love the shots of Michael just lurking around. They don't show his face; they just show like his arm, and he's like stalking the kids. Dude's like the fucking greatest stalker of all time.
Like, for real, though.
Honestly.
Yeah, I love when he's like hiding out in the bushes, and she's like, "What the fuck? Who is that guy?" And he just casually walked away.
Yeah, there's a Homer Simpson into the bushes.
Yeah, Homer Simpson in the bushes. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's great.
Her friends ain't shit though. They be teasing her the entire movie, like, Lori, I think he wants to ask you out. Like, bitch, you play too much. I'm saying someone's stalking me, and you play with my emotions, bitch. I'll fuck you up.
So, Michael sees her drop a key off at the long abandoned at his old house, and I guess he just is like, ooh, Lori, and he just starts stalking her, and she's hanging out with her friend Annie and Linda, and they're just chilling, and they're telling her how awesome sex and cigarettes are, because, this is definitely the 70s.
Absolutely. Sex and smoking, fuck yeah.
Sex and smoking cigarettes. Mwah.
If you didn't do that, you're not cool. You're a loser.
Oh.
Anyway. So they're walking around. She's like, look, this dude's been following me all day. I don't know what's going on here. And she's all like, calm down. Calm your titties. You're fine. She's like, I'm not. I always remember the scene from Halloween, the Rob Zombie one, where Annie in that one's like, hey, my dad's a police officer, dick. My voice cracked. Sorry. Excuse the fuck out of my voice cracking.
Got one more balls over there.
Oh.
Friend smoking.
Are you fucking?
Yeah, no. She's like, hey, my dad's a police officer. It's like, yeah, no.
No, in real. When I first saw that, I'm like, bitch, if you only knew, if he really was not as patient as he was, y'all would have been sliced up on the spot right then and there. There's always that one bitch that's gotta fuck it up for everybody else.
I thought it was surprisingly realistic, because I remember going to high school.
It's realistic, but
and
bitch.
Like, I knew some people who would probably do that if a Mac killer was stalking them. But they don't do that in this movie. They're just kind of like, oh, yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Some guy's probably just stalking you around, It's fine.
Like I think he's kind of cute, bitch. Suck it, like, get that dick out your mouth. Like, no, he's not. If you saw what we've been seeing this entire movie, you wouldn't be saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Totally not. I bring that up. You know how many girls auditioned for that character that could not say totally, like, in a good way?
How many?
Like, from what, because I saw the documentary on how they made the movie. They said they saw dozens and dozens of girls. None of them could say totally in a way that didn't sound retarded. I'm like, and then the actress who got the part, she talked about that. She's like, what other way is there to say
I'll
totally?
be right back.
I'm like, yeah, fair point.
Yeah. Totally.
No, that sounds like Rob Van Dam after he gets done with the blunt.
Or do it Crush way from Finding Nemo. Totally.
Oh God. Whoa. That's my childhood.
For real.
Like, I was watching Disney Plus, and I was showing it to a friend, and they were like, oh, they got this on there, they got that on there. I'm like, yeah, basically they got your whole childhood in one click.
Yep, all in one clip. Disney Plus.
Alright, I'm back. What did I miss?
Michael was there for a minute, and then he went to the bushes.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why, that scene always just makes me laugh. He's just, like, standing there like, hey, and then he just like, oh, sorry, I'm just gonna go now.
Yeah, like, time to leave.
Hi, bye.
Like, I just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, and it's like, I love how casual Michael is. He's just like, oh, hey, I'm just, like, when he picks up the phone later in the movie, he's like, what is this thing? I mean, I love how he's like, he's just like, he can drive a car just fine, but he, like, uses a phone. He's like, what the fuck is this thing?
That damn breathing. Oh my god.
Do you say it's scary, or do you think it's kind of annoying?
Both. Like, from a story perspective, it's scary, but when you've watched the movie so many times, at some point it does wear on you. It kind of gets to a point where it's like, Michael, you need some, like, you got some asthma problems, or you're a fan of Star Wars. It's funny, Tommy plays, just dressed up as Luke Skywalker, because right now you sound like Darth Vader with his fucking breathing. Like, god damn, it sounds like someone who's watching girls get naked in the locker room and hasn't been seen yet. Like, it sounds like a horny kid, almost.
Yep.
Yeah, about that. About that.
I don't know. I don't think Michael gets like a sexual thrill out of killing people.
I don't think so, but damn if I'll be damned if it didn't sound like it though.
It just sound like it.
Like, even if he ain't horny for you, he's horny to kill you. Still, something is making his blood rush.
It's like I said earlier. I think he's just like, yeah, I'm killing people now. You guys are just gonna deal with it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna breathe as loud as I want to. You ain't gonna do shit about it.
You're not getting over that breathing.
On top of the fact that I'm wearing a hot ass leather rubber mask, so
He's probably trying not to hyperventilate in the mask.
That's why I walk. Because if I ran and tried to do the breathing, oh shit.
I think that explains why he walks so slowly.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I also love how I also like her repertoire with the kids. Like, she's super nice to them, and she's like, yeah, I'll watch over them, and she's like carving pumpkins, and she's like, can we watch movies and get some costumes on? He's like, yep, sure, and then there he is in the background.
I will say, Melora makes a pretty darn good babysitter.
I know, yeah, she's like super competent.
I'm like, yeah, I would pay her if I didn't have to worry about Michael chopping and slicing dicing bitches.
I'd be like, hey, you're actually pretty good at this, defending people thing. Can I pay you extra? And she's like, no. All right. She's like super traumatized. She's like, no. I'm like, oh, well, okay.
At least, put it to your therapy or something.
Or, become like a survivalist and ruin your relationships with your family. That's fine too.
But that won't happen for at least 40 years.
So, on the meanwhile, Loomis arrives at Haddonfield. I always think it's Holdenville, but that's a town in Oklahoma, though. Or Holdenfield, but no, it's I'm thinking of Holdenville, which is a town in Oklahoma. It's where my Aunt Barbara lives. She finds Judith's. He finds that Michael's sister's tombstone is missing from the cemetery. That's one that always threw me. How the hell did he get that thing out?
That's what she said.
No, I'm serious. Like, how did he pull it out? Like,
that's one of those things where
the stone's heavy, man.
Like, one of those things I want to question, but I can't. Especially when they literally they don't ever try to explain it. They're basically saying, "Look, it happened. Moving on." You're like, okay, I guess. But not only did you take the headstone, but you took the time to prop it up and shit ever so nicely on the bed.
No, it's one of those weird things about this movie. I guess Michael also likes some good old mind rape, while also I guess he also likes a healthy dose of mind raping, while also
Michael's on that bullshit. I've said that every single movie. Michael, you think he's funny? Like the gay couple in Halloween Kills. You took the time to prop them up so nicely while playing this love song on the record player. Michael, you ain't shit.
I forgot about that.
I was like, bruh.
Michael is a little extra. Okay, let's just say.
Extra.
There's nothing wrong with being extra.
He made a pincushion out that old man. He's like, no, not that knife. No, not that knife. This one.
This one, yeah. I'm getting nostalgic for the old days.
Oh god, I need an abridged Halloween series, like abridged Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Do that for Michael. I will laugh so hard I'll pee.
Pee and jizz at the same time.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, exactly. All polyfluids.
Yep.
I love how Loomis just sees it and he's like, shit, he's home. And then goes to the sheriff, Lee Brackett, who is Annie's dad. Which, you know, Lee Brackett, who I'm sure is a reference to the author of the same name, Lee Brackett, but, you know, I could be wrong. And they investigate Michael's house. And this is where we get probably my favorite scene, the fan favorite, but my personal favorite scene in this movie. I'll let you guys take this away from here.
Okay, Jacob, you first.
I can't remember, so Carlton.
You can't remember?
Damn it, that's why I told you, because I couldn't remember the shit.
Oh my god, you guys are killing me.
I know the movie inside out, but I drew a blank. That's why I said, oh wait, Jacob first.
I was hoping you wouldn't say Jacob, take it from here, because I was like, I don't know.
Because I'm playing, you know, every time we do these, I always play the movie back in my head to catch up, to keep us on
It's when he
track.
tells Brackett about when he met Michael. Come on, guys. It's the most iconic scene in the movie.
Oh, you're talking about Loomis. Well, when Loomis met him. Oh, and the scene where they found the dead dog.
Yeah. I also like that he just goes, he tries to scare the kids away from the house. It's like, get your ass away from there. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. You're talking about, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. That scene,
Yeah.
I always forget about that scene.
Jeez.
The monologue, I know. It's like, it's been used in other movies and opening monologues, and it comes off as, really great. But I always forget about it. Because I feel like there's so much going on in that scene, it kind of overcrowds that, so I never think about it.
It's okay.
I don't.
Don't worry about it. But
I feel bad because, a lot of people don't know this. Or they know this, but they don't remember. Deborah Hill also wrote this with John. Deborah handled the babysitter stuff, the girl dialogue, and all the dark, ominous, supernatural element stuff is John's stuff that he writes. But some of his stuff comes off as melodramatic when it comes from Loomis, so I guess I kind of don't pay attention to it. Maybe. But it's fucked up to say, but I like that, the blackest eyes, devil's eyes. When I think of Michael, I never remember that line to save my damn life.
I do like how the sheriff scares him. That's how you do a jump scare, ladies and gentlemen. But
no, that's how you get shot.
But
Because I hate that part.
But yeah, they check around the house and they see a dead dog. He's like, "Oh, I guess he got hungry." Like, what?
Look, someone gotta explain that shit to me. I have to know. Is he eating these motherfuckers? Because this is not the first time that they've played with him.
It's like he eats dogs.
They don't even play with it. They just show you in Rob Zombie Halloween 2. He's eating and spitting out the gristle parts and shit. I'm like, oh my heavenly father.
Okay, he kills dogs. He's gotta be evil.
Oh, I saw a reactor. He loves dogs. He was watching it on YouTube, and he has his dogs in the video. Every video he does, he was more upset about the dog dying in the movie than anyone else. He's like, he had to mess with the dog, you evil bitch. But yeah, and it's one of the things for me, I think it's cool. I don't know how everyone else feels, but when he does kill the dog, I always think it's kind of cool how they basically all he does is just pick the dog up, the actor picks him up, and they digitally like slow it down where the foot is dropping to make it seem like he choked him out slowly. It's so simple, but it's eerie to visually see a dog's life just leave his body.
And
yeah, it works.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think it's funny because apparently, like, Nick Castle, who played Michael Myers, like, apparently he's, like, biggest goofball of all time. Like, he took, like, a shitload of photos of him just goofing around with the mask, and he has a photo of him, he has, like, a can of Dr. Pepper, and he's having the mask drink it.
Yes, I remember that.
I wonder how that was when he was with the dog. I bet he was like, oh, yes, you good boy. Oh, yeah, we're filming a scene. Sorry.
Probably. Cause like that, they just slow it down. So you probably just pick him up and like, hi there. And he's in Halloween. Halloween Ends.
Oh, is he?
The homeless guy.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I just found that out. I was like, wait a minute, why does he look so familiar? And then he posted on Instagram or something. I was like, oh shit, that is Matt Castle. Oh shit, okay, cool. I didn't know that was you. Man, you've gotten old.
Again, going back to, I like that Loomis is prepared and tells Brackett, look, don't say that there's a guy on the street, because they'll just see him everywhere. So just tell them to keep their mouths shut and their eyes open. And he's like, fine. Even though he doesn't believe him. He's like, oh. He's like, there's a doom in your town. And he's all like, oh, more fancy talk.
But, again, he was smart, though. Like, I'm not trying to cause panic. Keep it, on the low until we can contain this shit.
So, he decides to go out on the prowl, and Loomis says, I'm going to wait at the house, because I'm sure Michael will come back, and I'm going to shoot his ass, because he actually, like, a window breaks, and he, like, almost pulls a gun out, and he almost pulls his gun out and starts shooting. He's like, well, you're a scared type, aren't you? He's like, oh, sorry, that startled me. And that's when he goes on his speech.
I mean, at least he's come packing. Thank God for that. Because I hate when they don't have a weapon. They don't, like, they know something's going on, but you don't think to get a knife and gun, something. Loomis is like, no, I got it on me.
So, that night, Laurie ends up babysitting Tommy Doyle, played by a little guy named Brian Andrews, and Annie babysits this chick named Lindsay Wallace across the street. Because, babysitting is a thing back in the 70s. So, Michael ends up following them. He spies on Annie and ends up murdering the dog of the Wallaces. That monster! He killed the dog, too?
Yeah, fuck you. Kill all the people, but don't kill a fucking
never mind, Lindsay. I guess you got a hot day.
I also like the movie that they put on is the original Thing from Another World, which apparently John Carpenter was a big fan of, so that's why he ended up directing The Thing, which I think is even better, though I haven't actually seen The Thing from Another World, so I'm afraid it'll be ruined by my experience of watching The Thing, which is best horror film of all time. But, I will die on that hill.
A lot of hills you're dying on.
Yeah, that should be your shtick now. I will die on that hill.
We'll make it a t-shirt.
Yeah, Brit's face. I will die on that hill.
Trademark that shit. Copyright.
Or I'm not sorry.
No, that's Jacob's thing.
Or Brit saying, "Oh, Michael Myers is real," and then Carlton says it's fake. Oh, fuck.
Like, just get a black guy.
Yeah,
Black Panther movie. Just get a black guy, and there you go.
Son of a bitch. Cancel immediately.
Oh my lord. It's gone off the rails. I like how Tommy sees Michael from the windows and just gets freaked out and tells Laurie, "I saw the boogeyman!" And Laurie's like, "What the hell are you talking about, little boy?"
Like, I saw the nigga that's been stalking you this entire movie.
She's like, "What? No."
What? You crazy.
She's like, "We'll definitely not get stabbed later. We'll be fine. We'll be fine."
Right.
So, Lindsay, or not Lindsay, Annie ends up taking Lindsay over to the Doyle house to spend the night. So she's like, you take care of her. I'm gonna get my hubby Paul, and we're gonna bang, and you're gonna watch over the kid. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, why? Not that I don't mind watching these kids, but why can't you do it? And he's like, I'm gonna get some of that dick. So, you know.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Literally, these are the horniest chicks I have ever met in my life.
Like, I keep saying it. Laurie's friends ain't shit.
BWC.
Yeah.
I'm just...
Big white cock.
God damn it. God damn it.
I've never met girls as horny as the ones in this movie.
Well,
I kind of like it.
I have.
Or at
Every
least,
movie,
I have not met them. Maybe you guys have. I have not.
I wish I had. Get
I
that.
have. They all are pregnant with 16 kids now.
Oh my god. 16?
Well, total. Not individually.
Oh my god.
I need to meet more horny girls.
Oh my god. Okay.
See, there you go. That's Jacob's thing. Trademark that. They need to make more horny girls.
Yep. I need that pussy.
Oh my god. Jesus. So,
I'm not sorry.
Monetize.
so, you know, of course, when she goes to actually get in the car to go get her boyfriend Paul, Michael just shows up, chokes her out using the same sound effect as earlier, and kills her. So, the sheriff's daughter is dead now.
Oh.
We never see his, like, reaction or anything. He's just like, oh, yeah, she did. Oopsie.
We only see like how he thinks about it, like in Halloween Kills. But even then, they didn't really focus on it, that much.
So, on the meanwhile, Linda and her boyfriend Bob arrive at the Wallace house and find it empty. I guess this was going to be a whole ass orgy or something, because they also invited Linda and her boyfriend Bob, and Bob wears this just goofy as hell ghost costume. Straight out of a ghost story.
Yep.
I love how Michael ends up putting that on and has like the glasses on. And he looks like an idiot.
Like, you had to put on. Like I said, Michael ain't shit. You took the time to do this for what? You honestly could have just gone in there and just killed her. But he was like, no, I'm gonna have fun with this titty bitch.
I don't want to just kill her. I want to have fun
Yeah.
while I'm doing it.
Like, look, you got nailed by your boyfriend. I just nailed your boyfriend. In the kitchen, straight in the heart.
Oh my god, yeah, he ends up murdering Bob, and just like, so they bang, they like roll around a little, I guess that's banging now, and Bob goes downstairs to get a beer, and then Michael just pins him to the wall and just kills him. You're like, what the fuck? So then Michael, being extra as fuck as always, he gets in the ghost costume and starts like messing with Linda, and Linda's like, oh, look at my boobs, and then that doesn't work out because she ends up trying to call Laurie, and then Michael strangles Linda with the phone cord, and then this is where we get the iconic scene where he picks up the phone, is like, he looks confused. Or, well, maybe not look, but he seems confused from his body movements. He's like, huh? What is this thing? Whoa.
A telephone? I mean, apparently I know how to drive, but I don't know what a telephone is.
I know, it's like, what the fuck is this?
You know what's funny? That Nick Castle,
Oh, shit.
he could not, like, realistically choke without making her laugh. I'm like, bro, she got her tits out. This is kind of not the time. Like, you gotta like be realistic and squeeze. He's like, I don't want to hurt you. I'm like, oh god. That'd be one of those things for me as a director. I would just be sitting in my chair just laughing. I'm like, you're playing the killer. You have to be just a little bit aggressive. Just a little bit.
Like, not too aggressive, but a little aggressive.
Because right now, I ain't getting the vibe that she's choking. I'm getting the vibe that she's getting ready to bust a nut. She sounds like an anime girl.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You heard the song about anime titties? That shit's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I love that shit.
Oh my lord. So of course Lori's like, oh, this is she's just fucking around. She ends up she's like, fuck this. So she thinks this is a joke, and then she ends up finding the stolen car, and then she finally goes, something's wrong here.
Like, no, bitch, really?
You don't say.
So then she ends up going into the Wallace house and finds that her friends are dead, and she ends up finding Judith's headstone and in the upstairs bedroom, because, you know, Michael, being Michael, he's like, you know what? I'm just going to put this there. I think it's fitting there. It looks better than it did at the gravesite. I'll just put it that way.
But I still can't get over, like, Michael be breaking the laws of physics.
I know, it's like, those stones, like, those things are probably freaking heavy. I've never tried, like, picking one up, because, you know...
Why?
Why? I'm not gonna do that, because I don't want to...
Why the hell not? You only live once.
Oh, jeez. But Michael, he's just like, I'm gonna pick this up. This is what...
Like, I can stab people so hard they stick to a wall 4 feet off the ground. I can lift headstones and shit. I can survive 10 feet falls and get up and say, tis a paper cut.
Tis a paper cut.
I can get shot 20 times, I'll still be alive.
Oh, it's a flesh wound.
Come on, Tupac, step your game up.
Tupac got shot 5 times. Oh no, he got nothing on Michael Myers.
I got shot 50 times, I'm still on my feet, bitch.
That, like, Michael Myers is, like, doing his rap track. He's like, 50 shots couldn't drop me. I got burned alive, bitch. You still can't get me. You know. That doesn't even rhyme, but, you know.
It was a song called The Blackest. The Blackest Eyes, the Devil's Eyes.
Get a black guy.
I used the N-word because I got black eyes, so technically I'm black, but, you know.
I mean, well, shit, if Michael says it, I ain't gonna do nothing.
I'm like, alright, bro.
So anyways, you know,
I like that Michael, he's like, look, I'm a serial killer, but I'm not racist. I'll let Busta Rhymes kick me out of a window.
Oh, no, that's why he let him kicked out the window. He fucked around and said it once, and Busta was like, bro, I'm sorry, you can yeehaw kick me and say trick or treat, motherfucker. Alright, bet.
There's the old saying, fuck around and find out, and Michael learned that with Busta Rhymes. I'm still... Oh, I love that scene. I'm sorry. God.
God damn it.
I'm gonna cry. I'm about to cry. Oh, so... So she's like, what the fuck is going on? So she flees the hallway, and God, my voice keeps cracking. Oh.
I know, you're just now going through puberty, the fuck?
21 years old, it's still cracking. It's ridiculous.
Better late than never, I guess.
Oh, jeez. So, so she goes to the hallway, then Michael shows up out of nowhere and just slashes her arm, and she's like, oh, and then she like falls, then she falls out over the stairway, because, you know, that's what you do.
And just get right back going.
And then she's like, oh, yeah, I need to survive this movie. She gets up and manages to barely escape, gets back to the Doyle house, but she lost the keys to the front door because, you know, horror movie logic. But don't worry, Tommy's still inside the house, and he lets her in. And Tommy was like, was that the boogeyman? He's all like, I don't know what the hell it is, but you're going to go hide, and I'm going to try and get a telephone for help. But don't worry, Michael thought of that, because he cut the line with the phone. Or I think he did it, I don't know.
He did. He cut the line, he cut the lights and shit. I'm like, yeah, that's the trope that you can't do anymore, because we don't do phones like that. Try and cut the line to a cell phone.
Yep. Oh.
No, now he would have to take the charger.
Yep.
Or you have to go to an area where
dies.
you have to go to an area where there's not a signal.
But like, goddamn it, no bars. Fuck.
Or just grab their phone if it's sitting around somewhere and just break it.
Yeah. It's like, damn it, my phone broke, and then there he is just lurking in the
I
background.
wonder who broke it. Oh, it's the boogeyman.
And look, no, some kid in these movies would be like, you asshole, that was an iPhone. Like, really?
And then Michael just like picks him up and
The
just like,
newest and improved. You broke it. How about run for your fucking life because he's about to kill your ass.
Almost as bad as like the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There were people filming him saying, "Make one move, you'll be canceled." I'm like, fine.
I haven't seen that, but that sounds hilarious. Just
It's booty juice, but that's the one. It's straight up ass. It's barely better than the last two Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, getting canceled on Twitter. He's murdering people. He's just like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, I don't know
I
what
want to see it. Just see how bad it is.
Look, the cinematography is nice, but just y'all should have stopped after the 2003 one. To be honest, real talk.
Hey, that remake is not terrible. I'll put it that way.
I like the remake more than
I like it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Though, to be honest, I do like when she runs over Arlie Ermy. Like, that's like a really, I don't know.
That's one of the most satisfying moments.
I know, it's so satisfying. You're just like, oh, yes.
That's like a fuck yes moment. Die, you piece of fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a dick throughout the movie, and then she just runs his ass over. And
Fuck yeah.
you're like, oh, yeah.
You're
I was
worse
like,
than Leatherface.
Oh yeah. That's the fucked up part. Leatherface is not the most evil thing that can exist in this world. That the sheriff is.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. That whole
He was the
wacky
antagonist
family.
of that movie, not Leatherface. He was.
I was about to say, that whole family's insane.
Mm-hmm.
real.
Taking babies that don't belong to you, letting children, have bad dental shit, and looking like Dobby from Harry Potter with no clothes. Like, y'all are true evil motherfuckers. Thomas Brown, Hewitt, get your ass in here and kill this bitch. Damn, you call me my whole government name. Yes, mama. Take that bitch and put it down the cellar with your other dead things.
I like how he's just like, oh, okay. And he just like, he's almost like a kid. And you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's more satisfying. I think Arlie Army getting ran over is more satisfying than when that crazy hitchhiker in the original movie just gets ran over unceremoniously by the truck.
Oh,
Yeah.
by far.
Because she did more than once. That's
There's no competition.
I don't know. That scene lives in my head rent free. Like, I'm just saying.
I already played that shit. That's how satisfying it was.
This
Like,
is terrible.
motherfucker.
We're just like, oh my god, yes.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that scene now after we're done.
I'm watching it right now.
So going back to the movie, Michael sneaks in through the window and attacks her again, but don't worry, she manages to incapacitate him by stabbing him in the neck with a knitting needle. No.
You know, as a kid, I used to think that was bullshit until I saw how thick those things are in real life. I was like, oh no, never mind. Excuse me. Yeah, that sounds about right. But he doesn't say ouch.
Yeah, no.
Nothing.
I like how he never grunts with pain. He's just like.
He's like, oh yeah, I guess that hurt.
He's
like, I think that's why I like Rob Zombie's Michael, because when he like grunts in pain, he falls back with killing you aggressively and more violent because he's pissed off.
Yeah, I know. Like, I will say, I'll give Rob Zombie this. Like, I will say he does make Michael more human.
Yeah, like an unstoppable force.
In this, he's like an unstoppable force, but in the like zombie movie, he's like just this. Oh god, he's like this berserker.
He actually feels like a real person.
Yeah.
Just like this immortal figure that survives everything.
Well, unless it's Halloween Ends, but you know we don't talk about that here.
Aw.
Don't spoil. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, we will talk about that here, but you know, not right now. We're in the middle of the original.
Yeah, please, when you do see that, please tell me so we can talk about it.
Oh, don't worry.
So, Michael... So she stabs him with the needle. She's like, okay, I think he's dead. Because, you know, she ends up going upstairs, and she's like, okay, kids. Crazy shit's going on. She's like, Boogeyman? She's like, maybe. I don't know. I don't even care anymore. But Michael ends up attacking her again, because he's fucking... He's just like, oh, ow. A knitting needle. I'm serious. He does not react at all. He's just like, ow.
I know. That's why it's funny. Because I can hear him in that exact voice doing that shit. Oh, bitch. A knitting needle. Okay.
He's like, dumb bitch. Why won't you let me kill you?
Like, not even aggressive. Like, look, not even aggressive voice, just monotone. Ow, bitch, about to kill you. Like nothing.
Yeah, like with Bobby's.
Oh, I don't have a hand anymore. Guess that happened.
Yeah, I lost 2 fingers, bitch.
I guess that happened.
Or when he sees
the
the.
one eye.
Or when
I
he.
guess that happened.
Or when he like sees the chick with the boobs, he's all like, okay.
Those
You're gonna
juicy
die.
Tits. I guess I saw those.
Right, like, at least react to the boobs, Michael. Something.
Come on. How do you not react to boobs?
No, like what? Is that on 21? Someone whips out their cock and gets some sort of reaction.
I would think it was funny if he like played along and was like touching her boobs, and then he just starts grabbing them aggressively, and she's like, okay, stop. That would have been entertaining.
He has a confused look when he's touching him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I low-key wish Michael had done a kill where he grabbed someone's boobs and just ripped them off.
Oh my god.
I mean, shit.
Scary movie style, just tears it out.
What a missed opportunity.
Look, I'm not gonna spoil it for Jacob because he hasn't seen it, but Halloween Ends, Michael does one kill I never thought to see. I'm like, okay, that's new. That's very, like...
Okay, now I gotta see it ASAP.
You got to. Unfortunately, it's at the expense of a black guy, but hey.
Hey, I thought him killing the firefighters in Halloween Kills was fun.
Oh, yeah, and people bitched about that. Why it gotta be the firefighters? Well, why is it gotta be anybody? Look, people gotta die.
Like, do you not know what kind of movie this is?
It's a horror slasher. You're expecting kills. That's
So
exactly
I will say I always think it's kind of funny how Jamie Lee whimpers. She's like, oh, like the whole time. It almost sounds like another kid just took away her toy.
I hadn't thought about it, so you pointed that out.
But I always thought that was funny. But he attacks her again. Then she stabs him in the eye with a coat hanger, and then stabs him in the chest with his knife, and then she's like, okay, now he's dead. Tommy, Lindsay, go over and find somebody. Then we get to my favorite Michael moment in this movie, where she's just sitting there, and she's just relaxing. She's like, Jesus Christ. And then Michael just gets up and just starts, like, coming towards her again. I love it. What do you guys think?
I can see why Undertaker does that, to be honest. Because he got the sitting up thing from that.
Makes sense.
Watching it, and like the head tilt, Kane got that from him too. I'm like, so yeah, Michael, I can say, is a true originator.
He really is.
But my thing watching that scene, why the fuck does this bitch keep dropping this knife? Like, I know we got deep, like, oh yeah, I loved it when he did this, and here I am. Why are you dropping the knife? Keep the knife. It's like a video game. When you find a weapon in a game, you hold on to that shit. Put that shit in your inventory, ho. Stop dropping this shit.
I will say, but yeah, I do love when he, like, gets up. Like, that shit's really creepy.
He's just like, I have risen. You're like, oh, shit.
Michael Myers has died for our sins, or he killed for our sins. I don't know. But
Look, I ain't done no sin bad enough to get Michael. Fuck that.
So then he ends up, like, slowly approaching her. But don't worry, Loomis has been dicking around at Michael's house and ends up seeing the kids running from the house. And then he goes to investigate and ends up finding Michael and Lori. They're scuffling.
Yeah.
And then we get the big reveal. She rips his mask off. And I love how for the couple seconds we just see him and he's just like a normal dude.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, oh, shit.
But you kind of build up your mind what he looks like. But for me, the fact that he looks like anybody else, that's scary because literally anyone could be a Michael, could be a Shane.
Yeah, I know. It makes it creepier, I think.
Yeah. It's just so dude, and then you see. I love the detail too because I looked at the 2018 Michael where they kept the continuity of his eye being fucked up from the hanger, and you see in the 1978 one when his mask is ripped off, the left eye is kind of almost closing from being stabbed. The attention to details, y'all know I'm a nerd for.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah, continuity. Right before he gets shot, I think in the face. I need to know where he got shot the first time. Because he's putting on the mask, Loomis just fires, and his head cocks all the way back. I'm like, did you shoot him in the face?
I love when he just walks up, shoots him, and then he's like just standing there like, ow. But wait, what are you doing here? And then he just starts unloading on him. Ow, 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 and then he like falls out the window.
And like but look, the lightest thud when he falls.
He's like a cat.
Like the lightest thud, and then does dramatic dong.
And then he's like, oh, hello there. I know you don't know me, but are you all right? And she's all like, yeah, I'm doing fine. And then she's all like, was that the Boogie Man? And he's all like, yes, it was. And then he looks, and then he walks to the balcony, looks down, and then BAM! Michael's gone.
Which I know. That's if there's ever a scene where you go, are you fucking kidding me? I think this is the epitome of it.
Oh yeah.
I know, you're just like, what? How is he alive? 6 times! He shot him!
It's Michael Myers, he can survive anything.
He's like, ow. That kind of hurt. I guess I'll just give up and go kill some more people.
He'll get his dick chopped up. He's like, oh, I guess I'm a girl now. Okay. Michelle Myers.
Oh, Jesus. But don't worry, he's unsurprised and just looks on to the night as Lori just starts sobbing, and then we get shots of interior area, which is signifying that Michael could be anywhere. Even your house.
Yeah.
Boo!
Which I think is one of the most clever. It's subtle. It's but I like it that he could be anywhere, and we've heard that they're breathing so much. You get to a point where if you're watching this with headphones, you ever think he's behind you, so you start getting a little paranoid yourself. Oh my god.
But yeah, that's Halloween.
Damn it, Jacob. When you said the Michelle thing, you know what I just thought of?
What?
That damn meme where Michael looks like Mariah Carey.
You're welcome.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You're the kind of shot your mom should have swallowed.
Yo, that's great. Yo, that's hilarious. All I want for Christmas is murder.
Yeah, instead of the Halloween theme, that's when you hear, like, nah, like, no.
No.
It's here. Oh my god! Like, every November 1st, every retail store is actually like that. Like, no. She's here. Who? Mariah.
Well,
Oh,
damn.
God.
Kyle Richards aged very well, huh?
Yeah.
How old was she when she made this? Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Oh, sure.
Oh, wait. Hold on. She played the little girl. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I'm like, hold on. Okay. I'm like, alright.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm Halloween Kills. I was like, yeah, I was glad to see, Tommy and Lindsay come back.
Played by Anthony Michael Hall, of all people.
Right. Look, I haven't seen that dude since Weird Science.
Yeah.
I know. Where you been at? Where are you?
Like, we're happy to see you. But where you been, brother?
The hell have you been? Yeah.
Oh, Halloween. The movie that started it all. All the kicks and
All the tropes.
all the tropes, all the
All
murders,
the shots.
all the banging, a lot of
All
banging,
the questions.
all the exact pagan rituals, pumpkins, dead bodies, tombstones. I mean, that's where it all started. God. Okay. I can't. I'm sorry.
If I had to say, like the way, despite some of the mannerisms from like the 70s that may or may not translate all that great now, I would have to rate this still. For me, it's still an 8 out of 10.
Oh, I was about to say, this movie holds up very nicely, despite the fact we've been poking fun at it for the past, hour.
Like, it's still strong. It's, despite some of the hokiness or the outdatedness, the foundation of it is still strong, and it's still a contributing factor to how horror movies are done now. So, yeah, I don't trust anyone that doesn't like this.
If you don't like it, then what's wrong?
Something wrong with you. Michael need to come and pay you a visit.
Yep. Guns cocking.
He just... we also get it's where the music comes from, where the bum-bum, also get all the people tripping on themselves. It's all there.
Tripping on nothing.
It's the music saved the movie.
And Donald Pleasance.
Yeah, because in the original, like the first few viewings, John didn't have music in it. And
Seriously?
It was, yeah, he didn't have music in it when he first was showing it, like for screenings. And everyone was saying it's not scary, it's not this. And he's like, he couldn't figure out why people didn't think it was scary. But then he realized, oh wait, there's no music in here, and there's no, there's nothing to like give it weight. And his father taught him a song that's traditionally done on the bongos, but he took it, he did it on the piano, and he, I think, sped it up a little bit, and that's how he got the Halloween theme.
I'm thinking about putting in the clip where Michael's doing that one dance he's doing. I forget what it is, but
Oh wait, on the did you see on Facebook and stuff?
Yeah, the one you shared on Facebook.
Yep. Look, that theme, I don't care what mood I'm in. I hear that theme, I'm ready to go. Jamie Lee, she got that as a ringtone, and I'm like, I believe you. Who the fuck wouldn't? Like, oh my god, using Halloween. Yup. Dun, 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 dun. And that's another thing. No theme in horror has been more, what's the word I'm looking for? Has been able to adapt more than the Halloween theme. No matter who's doing the movie or doing their own twist or doing their own sound to it, it's always refreshing no matter how they do it. And I'm like, that's hard to do with one theme.
It's even more inspiring that Carpenter has stated, yet again, just bring this back up, that he can't write a note, and yet he has composed one of the most iconic scores ever.
I mean, very fuck inspiring. Around and find out, man. That's all I can say.
In the best ways, too.
Yeah. He didn't get assaulted, so we got a good thing out of it.
I'm gonna be thinking about that thing all fucking day now.
But yeah, John Carpenter, baby. Yes, good stuff. But yeah, Halloween. Like, again, we did kind of make fun of this, but it still holds up quite nice. We do like this movie. Or I do, anyway. Yeah, I think you guys do, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Carlton's like, yeah. It's fine.
I guess.
Now I gotta ask, like, what's your guys' favorite John Carpenter movie? Like, just in general.
The Thing for me.
Halloween.
The Thing. That's for me. I'm sorry. It's my favorite movie. It's my favorite horror film, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's that.
Like Halloween is my favorite John Carpenter film. But if you ask me, like, who's my favorite slasher, it's still gonna be Freddy.
That's fair. I mean, Michael Myers just kind of walks around and murders people, while Freddy Krueger, like, he's extra as fuck.
I think what keeps Michael from being considered boring is the story. The story helps him a lot, and his silence actually adds to it. Otherwise, he would easily be overshadowed by Freddy. But I think there's a lot of elements he has that that levels Freddy. As far as, like, the theme, for example. The theme is one of the things that which I think overlayers everybody else. Then on how they, the way that they film certain things and the knowledge of that is on the same par as Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street, etc. for me. But I think I aim towards Freddy more because I don't know. I guess he has a slightly better or more interesting concept.
I agree.
Like, they're both simple concepts, but Freddy is a little bit more interesting, a little bit more unique.
You could do a lot more with Freddy, I think. To be fair.
Yeah. But, like, you can only do but so much with Michael.
I mean, yeah, Michael just, you can kind of like, he just walks around and murders people. Like, you know, oh, wow.
Freddy, if you fall asleep, I'm killing your ass.
Yeah, that's scary.
And mock you mercilessly while doing it.
And call
say,
you a
bitch.
Come on, bitch.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
You know, I'll never forget the one where he eats, like, the people, like, donut holes or whatever the hell that was. That was just like, what the fuck is this? I forget which movie that is. Do you guys remember?
Say that part again?
When he eats, like, the meatball, like, people things, and it's like...
that's from the fourth one.
It's so weird.
When he first meets Alice.
Yeah, it's so weird and unsettling and hilarious. It's just like, what is this?
And then look, the meatball that you eat in front of me is the one that's like my brother. Like you bitch. Honestly, I think I'm fucked up. But honestly, watching that scene, I actually want more pizza when I see that scene. I'm not gonna lie.
This is crazy.
Maybe I'm just morbid, but like, now I want some fucking pepperoni sausage pizza and imitate that art.
Yeah, he'll have your thing on, just like from Fright Night.
Oh god.
I actually rewatched Fright Night the other night with my aunt. It was good. It's a good movie, I think. The remake is pretty good too.
I don't think I've ever seen. But let me look it up. Have I seen Fright Night? I don't think I have.
It has vampires.
Oh yeah, then no. Okay. As soon as you said that, no, I haven't seen it. I don't. The only thing I've seen that's got vampires in it is the original Dracula and Blade. Twilight kind of fucked it up for me, so.
You know what? That's you know what, Carlton. That's fair, man. That's fair.
Because when I saw that, apparently vampires in this universe, they look like Michael Jackson's glitter glove when they enter sunlight. I'm like, I'm over it.
You know, Michael Jackson as a vampire could be a lot of fun. Just like,
So I guess you're Team Jacob, Carlton.
Yeah, because
I know Brit is because he loves werewolves.
Yeah, I'm a werewolf guy though.
Yeah,
I really hate
the werewolves I'm interested in. Giggity.
They're pussified in Twilight.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't even read the books, and even I felt like, shouldn't they be tougher? Why do we? I feel like we're kind of biased on the vampires in this franchise.
Dude's a simp. Fuck Jacob. But you know, not you, Jacob. I'm talking about Jacob from Twilight.
Oh, I know. Tara Longer, Jacob. Yeah.
Yeah. Giggity. And you know what's well, you probably don't know who this is. But you guys remember seeing X-Men Days of Future Past?
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
The guy with the long hair, Warpath, or whatever his name is?
I know what you're talking about.
His real name is Boo Boo Stewart. He was in...
Yeah, Bobo Stewart, yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the wolves with Taylor.
He was?
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was younger, of course. I mean, he's only in his late 20s, but he was really young back then.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, Boo Boo Stewart. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's in the Descendants stuff on Disney.
Oh wow, he's into my cousin loves those movies.
I can't watch them because of Cameron Boyd. I get teary.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Yeah,
I can't watch Jesse
that's really
because
sad.
Karen Boyce.
Yeah, it's
I watch it and I'm like, I'm getting choked up. I can't. I don't feel like crying today.
yeah, it was horrible what happened to him. I wasn't even like that big, but I was like, just horrible what happened.
Damn.
Yeah, it's hard to watch now. I just get sad every time.
And you know what's fucked up? Like, after I got to a point where like I can handle talking about him, come across a clip on YouTube of him when he was a kid singing Michael Jackson's "I'll Be There."
Aww.
I'm like, oh fuck you,
like,
you
God
Like, why does YouTube do that shit? They recommend shit to you at the wrong moment. I'm like, I'm in my feelings now. Thanks for that. And
Like,
I'm not making
YouTube.
right. It's like, you're worse than Facebook stalking me. Like, here. Like, so for some reason, Facebook recommends a page of you looking at dildos. I ain't looked at no dildos. Why the fuck you recommending this to me on Facebook of all places? Or you was talking about something in a post. 2 weeks later, it pops up on your feed. You're like, bruh. Zuckerberg, stop it. How do you say his name? Zuckerberg. I don't give a fuck.
Suck a bird.
Suck a bird.
Like,
Mark Zuckerberg.
fuck it.
I don't know if that's how you say it, but you know what? We'll let you get away
Feathery,
with
but
it.
I mean, he looks like a bird that has no feathers anyways in real life, so...
suitable.
And yeah, I can say that because he can't block me. We're not on Facebook now. We're getting sidetracked. But yeah, overall, Halloween, just glad it exists. Just glad it exists, and it's one of those movies for me that, like I said, if you want to learn how to make horror, just in general, how to make a good story from a simple premise, that's one of those that they need to teach you in film school.
Yeah, this is a good one. I mean, I would say that The Thing is a much more polished movie, but yeah, this one,
It is, but I think that came from experience. John did a couple movies and was like, okay, I know what my weaknesses are at this point, so I can capitalize on it. So I think he had Halloween gave him the advantage to be able to polish his films, so we can have The Thing and Halloween 2 and Elvis and Precinct 6, all those other movies. But everyone's got to start somewhere. Not bad for when you just get out of film school. Because him and his team were fresh out of film school when they did that. I think that makes it even more impressive.
I mean, he had just done Assault on Precinct 13, which is also a very good action movie. It's become one of my favorites in recent years because I love the score to that movie as well. It's just a great hold-it-out survival thriller.
I love Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too. I actually have that movie down here. I don't want to scoop it out, though, at the moment.
I'm trying to think. Have I seen Assault on Precinct 13? I know the references in it, but I'm trying to think if I've actually sat down and watched it. That'll be on my bucket list of things I need to catch up on and actually watch. Because I've seen Escape from New York. I've seen that. That, for me, is I think in my top 3 favorite Kurt Russell films. That, The Hateful Eight, and The Thing.
But yeah, so yeah, that was Halloween. Good times. Have any of y'all seen anything of interest recently? I rewatched Fright Night, the original one, a few days ago with my aunt, but that was about it.
Well, guess what 2 shows I binge watched that were released on Disney Plus, finally.
Well, what?
Spectacular Spider-Man?
And the MTV Spider-Man show.
Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to say those 2.
Did you binge Spectacular Spider-Man?
Yet again, in the MTV Spider-Man show.
What'd you think of Spectacular Spider-Man?
Still fucking amazing. Or it's spectacular.
Oh!
Spectacular Spider-Man.
And
Oh,
Josh
man.
Keaton, my favorite Spider-Man voice actor.
Oh my god, Josh Keaton is amazing.
Yeah,
Every time I read a Spider-Man comic, I just imagine his voice.
When I saw that on Twitter, I was like, I gotta share it. And hopefully Jacob hadn't seen it yet, so I shared it on Facebook to share the news of that and the fact that the MTV one was on there too.
I actually woke up. I actually just woke up, and I saw you tag me on a post, and I saw it. I'm like, this has to be fake, or I thought it was dreaming at first. But then actually, when I was like up, I was like, holy shit! It's actually on Disney Plus finally, along with the MTV animated series. Fuck yeah! I know what I'm binge watching.
Don't say I will never think about your ass. Because I saw that and I immediately thought of Jacob. I'm like, oh, I gotta share it with Jacob. Look, I shared it with you first before I shared it with Jordan.
Oh, that makes you feel better.
Though I will note that I will note, as Carlton can attest, is one of the few shows where I got really into the character drama to the point where when Liz, it turns out Liz and Peter are gonna, shack up after he was about to call Gwen and tell her, hey, I actually like you. I was like, fuck! And I had like a freak out.
His brain short circuited.
That has never happened to me before.
It was the funniest shit I've ever seen Britton do.
Yeah, I know. I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, he fucking did that shit. And it was really,
Like, I was starting to think, like, damn, you're taking this personal. Like, did this happen to you or something? Like, shit. But then I look back at it personally, and I'm like, you know what? Britton may be onto something here.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you get so into it, man.
It was like Liz Allen, Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane, Black Cat. Like, why do, like, pussy be just thrown at you?
I know. Cooch just gets fired at this man so much.
Not as much as Daredevil.
I know, not as much as Daredevil. I think Daredevil might actually beat him out. But, Spider-Man still. I'm still wondering.
Daredevil beats Tony Stark.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, we got with She-Hulk, so I'm like, alright, I'm okay with this.
Look, he's been with She-Hulk, he's been with Black Widow, he's been with Elektra, he's been with Karen Page, he's been with he was married for a brief second. He cheated on her with his model friend. And Brian Michael, the Michael Lark.
Ed Brubaker.
Who else has he fucked? That's a sentence. He's fucked a lot of people. Like, the fact that his dick hasn't fallen off, but yeah, he's Catholic. Right. Obviously, you ain't too Catholic, man.
No, you still get pussy before marriage.
Yeah. Like, oh, we weren't married. Like, I don't give a fuck. Shit. I'm blind, but I know cooch when I see it.
Yep.
His super senses can sense it.
Or he sniffs it. I smell pussy.
Giggity.
Oh Lord.
Like when Jaws is going in the water and you hear dun 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 dun. Well, with Matt, when he's looking for vagina, his theme comes on. Dun, 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 dun.
Yo, that is a great theme though. Can I just say that?
The fact that they used it in She-Hulk, even for 10 seconds, I was like, oh, they're doing it. They're doing it.
Yes.
They're doing it.
I will say I do love his new theme in that episode.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the original, but I think it's pretty cool.
I'm just waiting for him to go back to red.
Yeah, that's all I care about. Don't have him in a yellow suit ever again.
But speaking of which, I had a moment where my brain short-circuited like Britton when She-Hulk interrupted the Hulking scene.
Yeah, that was when I was like, oh god, I bet Twitter's gonna have a breakdown after seeing that.
I was surprised my mother didn't hear me shout, because I said, you green Jack the Jeansock bitch.
You know what the sad part is? I knew something like that would happen.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, this is the MCU. Some fuckery is always gonna happen at the wrong goddamn
People
time.
are like, oh, we're gonna get another hallway scene. I'm like, no, just watch the MCU throw another dumb joke in there like they usually do. And look, She-Hulk smash.
They have to make up for it. They have to make up for it by actually giving us, by treating it as, no, we know what you wanted. No, you're gonna have to wait for his show to get that. That's the only way I can forgive them.
Yep.
Hey, I'm waiting for another hallway fight, because, the hallway fights are just, that's what makes Daredevil, man.
Exactly.
you had to rate the hallway scenes from season 1, 2, and 3, which one is the best one?
It's tough.
Wait, out of all the seasons?
Yeah, out of season 1, season 2, season 3. The season 1 where he's in the hallway getting the kid. Season 2 where he's got the taped gun to his hand. Season 3 when he's in the prison.
Cut, man.
And he's
Cut, man, for me.
I still think the hallway scene is still the best.
It's
But
tough,
it's
because
very
3 is really great, too.
From a story perspective, 3 and 1 are tied. From
But like in regards to like a like a fight choreography, I say the hallway fight scene.
season 2 for me. Because that...
Damn, it's tough. God damn.
For me, I would say that because of, one, it's so precise and so accurate and so just... It's like they went the extra mile to do that while going in the hallway, going down steps, and to top it off with the imagery of him walking down red hallway, flashing, and he's treated as a silhouette. That for me is why I think, from a filmmaking perspective, that one's the best one. Visually, that one's good, but the hallway scene in 3 when he's fighting in the prison, that can't be ignored either.
I know that's like a close second for me, because he's drugged, he is not on his A game, and he still is just like, oh my god, it's amazing.
Yeah, this is tough. All of them are so freaking good.
1 is my favorite though, because it's just a guy giving it his all, and there's no like super heroic stuff. It's just guys fighting, and it looks super gritty and realistic too. It's like, oh my god, so
this is
good.
What they need to do for Daredevil Born Again. Don't rely on fucking CGI. Don't have a CGI Daredevil flying around.
Yeah, no, don't do
shit
that.
Like this.
Right, I noticed that She-Hulk when he's like moving around. I'm like, did y'all have to CGI that? You literally could have just done that practically and saved you a bunch of money.
Yeah, but since the MCU, they throw CGI in everything just because they have the money
Look,
to.
they CGI a freaking coat. I'm like, are you serious? Here I am trying to get money from my productions company, and y'all use it for the stupidest shit.
They CGI Spider-Man suit, which is like, why? Which I showed Jordan, like a side-by-side comparison of behind-the-scenes Civil War, where it showed an actual practical suit and Tom Holland in a motion capture suit. And even Jordan was like, why did they do the CGI? Why couldn't they just done practical? I'm like, it's because it's the MCU.
Yeah, I told him about that. He was like, wait, what? And
He's like, the suit was barely real? I'm like, yep.
Or I told him, oh, you should have seen his reaction when I told him about the Iron Man suits.
Oh, boy.
He's like, so wait a minute, has it always been CGI? I said, no. After Iron Man 3, it's only the vest part real, the rest of it CGI. He's like, so I pinpointed to him. In Avengers, he has a full suit. Iron Man 1, 2, and 3, he has a full suit. But after that, they just said, fuck it. We need to say, can't build you a real full suit.
And even the practical stuff they covered up with CGI.
I'm like, it's not like in the first one where he has a real suit. They only use CGI in like the armpit area, the thigh area where it's hard to bend practically, where it would flesh it out. But because we have enough of it real, it's impossible to pinpoint the CGI in it. But in the new one, it's like, y'all don't even try to hide it.
Nope.
It's like, you're like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. Y'all gonna watch this anyways, we're gonna get that money.
I'm still gonna complain that, the CGI's noticeable.
And don't get me started on Thor 4 with the CGI.
Oh, Lord.
Fuck that fucking shit. No, sorry to Tyke and Britton.
Oh, jeez. You know what? I'll admit that the CG in Thor 4 was not perfect. It was not great.
Mike,
sucked.
It's hammer time. Are you fucking serious?
Fuck that movie. Fuck
The kid's face, you're just like, oh. Why?
You brought back Natalie Portman for this. If this was the case, you should have just killed the bitch off.
And you brought in Bill for nothing. You just wasted him.
Y'all didn't even get the like. You could have done the cloak look. If you didn't want to say it's a symbiote, okay, fine, whatever. But his comic look was easy to do. Y'all just didn't want to spend the money on this shit, and the director damn sure didn't know.
But you'll put CGI in every single scene. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
You see the interview where Taki asks Natalie Portman if she would ever want to be in a Star Wars movie, forgetting the fact that she was in 3 of them.
Yeah, I remember that. I heard about that. I'm like, what?
I'm like, motherfucker, bitch.
How did you forget this?
And Britton wonders why I hate. Well, I don't hate him because I don't know him, but I hate him as a director.
You don't like his movies. I get you.
I don't like his movies. I don't like Tahid had pointed out a movie he did that was before he did the Nazi movie that he won an Oscar for. I'm like, I don't care. You can recommend A through Z to me. Fuck him and his mother too. I don't care. He's not funny. He's not that good of a director. He's not that good of a writer. Keep him away from Marvel. Keep him away from Star Wars. Fuck him. He's the cum shot that should have been in his mama's ass. Like
oh my god. Okay, this is going a little too far.
I'm loving this.
Do you love Taika Waititi more or Guy Gardner?
Honestly, I'll take Guy over him.
Oh, jeez.
Who would you choose, Taika or James Gunn?
To do anything?
Yep.
James, because at least I know James got Zack Snyder's back.
Fair enough.
True.
I'll take James Gunn over this motherfucker because I hated his Suicide Squad. But guess what? He at least made some effort with Peacemaker or the Justice League scene.
Though I should note, speaking of Star Wars, Andor is actually really damn good. So far.
I promise you, I will get to it at some point because I'm curious to see how it is. I haven't.
This is what Rogue One should have been, if you ask me.
Then I'm sold. I'll check now.
I know we said this last week. Jacob was just like, yeah, it was like Superman, not impressed.
Yep, not impressed.
I mean, I liked it. There were parts, I'm like, okay, like, you want my honest answer about Rogue One. It's the best third act of a Star Wars.
Exactly. I keep trying to tell Jacob, but he's like, no, it all sucks.
I don't give a fuck what you say, Britton. I still hate it.
Look, that's fine. I'm just saying that third act is really good, though.
But here's the thing. I feel
blank
bad.
characters and K2SO had more personality.
I agree with you, and I agree with you, man.
Like the third act, the fact is that I only remember it for the third act. I feel bad for, but truthfully, I only remember it for the third act.
I know.
Yeah, not for the characters, because I don't give a shit about them.
It's
if you ask me, before the third act, what was your favorite part? Darth choking the guy.
Yeah, Darth Vader's 10-second rap.
Well, that and when the planets blow up. I like those parts.
And that's it. Not because I was driven by the character. No.
I thought it was funny that Darth choked the guy for interrupting his hot bath. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I was in the bath chilling, and you come here with some petty bullshit. Don't choke on your aspirations, director.
That is a great line. It's like, oh god.
The characters in the movie. K2SO is the best character. He's a fucking droid.
I love how he just super overdoes it. He's like, remember not to choke on your aspirations, director.
Yeah,
and he
Darth
lets him
Vader's
go.
on that. Darth Vader's on that bullshit.
Yeah, he's on that dad joke shit. That's great.
Like, oh, what? Wow, funny, fucker. Like, what funny.
Yo, I will admit, when he just starts smoking all those rebels, I'm like, oh my god.
That, for me, I don't get, even if you say the movie sucked, just any time where you would use Darth Vader and he's scary, you're doing something right.
I have to say, in this Disney era, the one who's been done the most well has been Darth Vader. His comics are great. His appearance in Rebels is fantastic. His appearance in Rogue One is really good.
Because you know you can't fuck up Darth Vader or else you'll get blasted.
Like, you can fuck up Luke if you want, but not Darth Vader.
Don't you dare fuck up Darth Vader.
Oh my god, the fans would...
Sure, but not Darth Vader.
You both saw Kenobi, right?
I did.
Yeah, I did. I liked it. I really
When I saw the scene where he actually has the balls to break a kid's neck on camera.
I know. I was like, oh my god.
That was the first time my breath was taken away at Darth. I was like, oh shit. They actually showed that for Disney? Oh shit. And then you drag his ass in the fire playing with your food, basically. It's like, fuck.
But then he gets bored and he's like, this ain't a fight. Fuck this.
Nick, I was waiting for him, low-key, I was waiting for him to say, I got the higher ground now, bitch. I was waiting for it.
That would not have been bad.
But I'm kind of glad they didn't do it. Like, I will do what I must. And then he does the pose. I'm like, oh shit.
He does his
Vegeta
pose.
Part of that was when Obi-Wan breaks Darth Vader's mask, and then you hear Anakin's voice switch from Darth Vader. He's like, I'm not your failure. You didn't kill Anakin. I did. Chills down my spine.
Oh my god. Yes.
It got me emotionally too.
I got teary. And whoever's idea it was to do the play with the light, where Obi's lightsaber is shining more when Anakin is talking, but then when the rage takes over.
Yeah, when it's blue, but when it's red, that's when you know that Darth Vader is fully taken over.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I always feel that there's moments where Anakin flickers in Vader.
And he actually tears up when Anakin is there for a bit.
I'm like, damn, I've never seen Obi this emotional.
I'm like, damn, I was kind of getting teary-eyed, not gonna lie.
I'm like, fuck, he's like, but then my friend is truly dead. Goodbye, Darth. Not goodbye, Anakin. I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, I know this. Like,
why am I feeling emotions?
Like, I know this is how it has to happen. If there was any time I wanted them to fuck up continuity just to satisfy my own needs, that was it. I was like, damn. And then later, Palpatine is like, you good? You know, I'm kind of going a little angry there. He's like, oh no, I'm cool, Master. Dun, 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 dun. Like, oh my god, they did it!
Yeah, I like how he's all like, so, are you sure it's not gonna be, because, I hope you're not getting distracted, wink, wink, and he's like, never, Master, he is dead to me. But not really. But he's like, but not really.
I know, I'm getting emotional thinking about it.
Yeah, I know, it's really sad.
Yeah, it was good to see him again, because they actually brought him back for that. I can't remember the fucking actor. I feel bad. I can't remember the actor that plays Palpatine.
Ian McDiarmid.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, he's only in that one scene, but still, I'm like, okay, yay. I still wish I explained to me how he fucking comes back in Skywalker, but whatever.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on that.
Like,
too late.
I have a friend who's a YouTuber. Me and him have talked about this constantly. Y'all couldn't have explained it, or at least say he was a clone, or gotten somebody. Like, y'all could have done so many things, but then you know what ended up happening with that conversation? We always go back to the fact it should have been Finn.
Yep, Finn should have been the hero of the series. I'm sorry for saying that.
It should have been
The
Finn.
story would have been way better executed.
Yeah, we both said it should have been Finn. Rey should have succumbed to the dark side in the second one, but be brought back in the third one. That would have been more interesting if you wanted to.
That makes me more frustrated.
Basically dipping, leaving them to do their own thing.
Makes me dislike those movies more. It's like, yeah, Finn should have been the hero. The story would have been way better executed, and the movies would have been better.
The only thing about those movies I liked is how they handled Leia. Skywalker was ass, but at least they handled her passing with respect. I will give them that.
Yeah, they did the best they could.
I'm like, okay. And then when you realize, wait a minute, R2-D2 saw her be born and then leave this Earth. God damn. That's fucked up to think about that part.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I saw you and your brother come into this world, and I watched y'all both leave. Poor R2-D2.
I know. Poor Chewie, too. He lost Han and now Leia.
Oh, Chewie screamed when he finds out that Leia's gone. Right.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really want to talk about The Rise of Skywalker because then that'll just mean I'm yelling. It'll be a rant as hard as when you guys ranted about Guy Gardner. I'm gonna wait till we talk about The Rise of Skywalker, and then I'll just fucking unload.
Awesome.
I'll make sure to tag my friend in that because he needs to see that.
Yep, I can't wait. I'll just let Britton take over.
It'll probably be the rantiest episode since like Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Just wait until fucking whatever that.
Oh my god.
Wait, y'all are gonna do
It's
that?
nothing compared to anything else.
Oh god, I gotta watch that.
Oh my lord. I'm looking forward to when we do Fant Four Stick.
Just let me take over. Don't just I'll just take over. It'll be Jacob Goes to the Movies. That's it. On that episode.
Brit and Jacob the movie. Like I'll just try and filter you out, and you can just go off.
Don't have your headphones on.
Oh.
Like if there's ever a time where you have to like bleep out curse words like they do on TV, that would be the episode. Bleep, 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 and a bleep, 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 and the thing ain't got no dick. Bleep, 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 bleep,
Bleep, bleep.
This dummy, look, crash test dummy looking dude. Bleep, 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 bleep.
Oh,
I
God.
have a headache thinking about shit. I can see him with that green cape that used to be the American flag. Just going in the hallway, snapping people's heads off. Like, okay, I guess you can do that now.
Fuck you, Josh Trank. Fuck you.
Oh, God.
I'm looking forward to Invincible Season 2
Fuck yes.
because Invincible Season 1 was just mwah.
Y'all heard about the video game that they're making for it?
I've heard about it, yeah.
I'm wondering how they're gonna do it. To be honest, I'm curious.
It'll be interesting.
You know what I'm also looking forward to?
What?
The Wolverine video game.
Fuck
Oh
yes.
yeah.
I am
Do
a
not hold back on the
Wolverine,
fucking violence.
as you all know, I am a Wolverine fanboy.
Yeah.
Like, that,
Yeah.
like, I fucking love Wolverine.
You got that. You got the sexy voice of Tony Todd as Venom for Spider-Man 2.
Oh my
Perfect choice.
lord. So
Perfect
good.
choice.
Candyman
Oh,
himself.
God.
Candyman voice in Venom, I'm in.
You know who I want to see Marvel do a video game of?
What?
Oh, what?
Daredevil.
Ah, yeah, me too!
Yes.
Me too!
Please. Please do.
Me and my friend Katie were talking about it, how you could do, like, you know how you can do detective mode for Batman? But if you did a sonar thing for Daredevil, when
That'd be
you jump
fucking
up,
awesome.
so you know which pipe you can slide down or use to travel, and use the grappling cable from his sticks. Or he can ride on top of trains and jump off to get to other stuff.
That'd be fucking genius.
I'm like, y'all need to make that shit. And I don't know, they might be thinking about doing that. They're like, okay, we tried Spider-Man. We're obviously good at Spider-Man. Who else can we try? Oh, let's try Wolverine. And if they do good with that, you know they're gonna start experimenting more. Like maybe start doing Avengers, Daredevil,
Yep.
Ghost Rider, whoever they're thinking of.
Hopefully make
No,
a better Avengers game than the one we got.
Oh,
It
fuck.
wasn't bad, but I feel like if they had spent more time with it, it would have been better. Like it's good for the skins, it's good for some of the dialogue maybe, but
That's about it.
some of the actual gameplay, like what you have to do in the game, I don't know. Like half the time I don't know what I'm doing, but yet I win. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess.
They dropped the ball with the Spider-Man shit. I'll say that. Not
Yeah. Yeah. Black Panther's DLC is like the only redeeming thing about it.
and that's about it.
I mean,
A Daredevil game from Insomniac Games.
I will cry.
Oh, I would be tearing up.
Because I'm mad I can't play Gotham Knights yet. I don't have a PS5 yet.
damn.
and everyone has said, yeah, it's a little glitchy, but as far as the functions, the features, the cool stuff that you can do in it, it makes Avengers look like amateurs. I'm like, I gotta fucking play it.
I know. Like, Carlton was trying to get me to play the Miles Morales. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And then I played. I'm like, holy shit, this was awesome.
Yeah, you know how frustrating that was.
Oh, I'd be frustrated. Play the fucking game.
I'm like, bitch, I will beat your ass. This is worse than trying to get you to admit that BVS is good. Play fucking Miles Morales.
Or forcing you to watch the Snyder Cut. Like, play Miles Morales. Come on.
And then you played it, and it was like, oh shit, okay, it's actually good. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, see?
When I tell you stuff, it's because I'm telling you because I know you're gonna enjoy it. I'm looking out for you. I promise you, I'm not giving you some fuck shit.
Look, I was just like, man, it's just gonna be like I was just gonna be like, man, like this might be just like an overpriced DLC. Then I play it, I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah, and you actually get to do stuff as Miles that Peter can't do.
I know. Yeah. It's like, oh, so.
His web swinging is more fun than Peter's.
Like, you know what's fucked up? When I go back and I play Peter, and I try to do the buttons to do the Venom Punch, I realize, oh shit, wait, this is Peter, not Miles. God damn it.
I do that sometimes with Miles Morales. I'm like, oh, I don't have impact webbing. Oh, I don't have all the gadgets.
And somehow Miles is even more fun to play as than Peter is. Like, we are spoiled.
He is.
So wait until you play the second one where you get them both. And
oh my god.
I'd be jizzing my pants.
Oh my god.
Like, wait, no, that's a mouse attack. Damn it, I gotta do Peter. No, wait, god damn it.
I'm looking forward to Wolverine though. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking.
I wonder, as long as it's not like X-Men Origins game, which
please don't. Yeah.
The game was better than the movie, yes, but barely.
Oh yeah.
No, give me where I can like grab someone, like you know the Star Wars game where you can do a force and make one of the stormtroopers come to you and then stab them with a lightsaber. Let me be able to grab someone and shake the fuck out of them in their belly with my blades, please.
Yes, please, don't hold back.
And let me hear the crunch when I stab them.
Yes, don't hold back on the violence or the blood or the gore.
Oh my god, yes. I would love to, but yes, I would love to see like a please get us a Daredevil game. Though in this continuity, Fisk is in jail, so I don't know how Daredevil's gonna, cope with that, but
Bullseye.
Well, get the hand. Maybe get the hand. We'll get like a good hand story. Because the one in the Daredevil show, it didn't suck, but it was a little underwhelming.
Well, here's the thing. I kind of feel like with the hand, people are starting to in general, getting bored of them. That's why I think they switched over to Punisher with the hand. So like, yeah, let's see how that works with Punisher instead. Just as long as you don't do anything like Shadowland.
Oh God, we do not speak of Shadowland in this place.
As long as you don't do nothing like that. But also, I also realized this too. With Daredevil, you can have Luke Cage as pop up. You can have Jessica Jones pop up.
Oh my God, yes.
Pop up.
Maybe have like a Punisher side mission thing.
Right. Oh, the DLC. Matter of fact, there you go. Defenders DLC.
Yes. Give it. Yes, give it to me now.
That would be perfect. And the hand, maybe. Well, see, yeah, the hand, Bullseye. Well, see, Daredevil doesn't have that many villains, but I mean, because he's got like the what was his first villain he dealt with? The owl or some shit.
I can't remember their name.
Like he's a sucky ass C-list villain, but God, I can't remember. It's not Vulture. It's not Owl. It's some bird-related dude. I don't know. But there's plenty you can do with him. Or you could have it this way. Maybe the Daredevil game took place before the first Spider-Man game.
Possibly.
Awesome.
Possibly.
Or do the mayor aspect, which that's what I don't know how they would do this, but there's rumors that Spider-Man 4 would set that up for Daredevil. That Daredevil is good. They're gonna do the Mayor Fisk thing. Could they do it? Yes. Is it gonna be hard after what we went through with season 3?
Oh my god! Like it's gonna be tough to top season 3 because season 3 was
tricky.
And if they're gonna do it, because I know at one point they said, oh well, this is a different continuity, but then they on the site of Marvel, they said no, this is the same from Netflix, and the actors have said, yeah, it only makes sense. So I'm like, okay. If it's in the same continuity, y'all know.
I'd love to see him do that. I'd love to see them do the Out arc.
The Out arc. Why does it sound so familiar?
It's when one of Fisk's underlings outs Matt Murdock is Daredevil and he's forced to deal with the cutback.
Oh god.
And the whole world now knows he's Daredevil, or they know he's Daredevil. He has to defend himself. Really good. It's it's basically the Bendis run. Love to see him do that.
Well, see, me personally, I'm curious to see if they'll ever do the whole Daredevil in jail.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing too. I love that arc.
Or knowing the MCU, they'll find a way to do the "I'm not Daredevil" T-shirt thing.
Oh my god. Oh no! Don't do that.
God damn it, MCU.
And knowing you, they'll probably have him in the pimp suit.
Oh my god, no! Please don't.
The pimp red suit.
Oh, don't! Please don't have him in the pimp suit.
Like, you know what? We're feeling mighty Mark Waid-ish right now.
I don't want to. I please don't do the pimp MCU. Please don't do the pimp suit. That'd be good.
Well, hell.
Or don't do I'm not Daredevil, because that shit is stupid.
Because that's basically saying, I'm not him, but I'm him.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But see, if they... Oh, no. Britton might know this. The storyline where Daredevil was trying to free Big Bed Donovan out of jail for murder he didn't commit.
Oh, yeah? Isn't that from the Wade run?
No, that's from the Brubaker run.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
If they did that for the video game or something like that and have Lady Bullseye.
Oh my god. Yeah. Get Return of the King. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That would be
if
amazing.
They did that with the hand, I could see how the game would work.
Return of the King is amazing. If you've ever read that arc where Kingpin is back after his excursion in Japan, it's so good.
I read it once, and I was like, oh shit, okay, this is pretty damn interesting.
One of the best Kingpin stories, in my opinion. Up there with, Born Again, and in the Bendis run when he comes back and just the Murdoch papers. Oh.
Oh, what's another one with Kingpin? Like, oh, him and Spider-Man, after Spider-Man's outed, or not outed, but he outs himself after Civil War, and Spider-Man beats the fuck out of him in prison in front of his crew, and he almost killed him.
But he's like, nope.
This is when he was doing his black suit, emo Peter thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is after Aunt May was shot, I think. Before the story we don't talk about with Spider-Man.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez. The thing about No Way Home is that they actually did that story better.
Right.
They really did.
They really did. Look, Carlton, I know you hate that story. And look, I hate it too. It's a betrayal to the character of Spider-Man. But I'm just gonna say, No Way Home basically took the premise of that story and did it better.
You know, it's funny you mentioned No Way Home. The little girl that's from the show Game of Thrones, she had made a comment on No Way Home on Twitter.
Oh, what'd she say?
She said that the movie was only successful because of the nostalgia of the other two Spider-Man.
Oh, fuck that.
No, it was successful because Tom was finally becoming Spider-Man, and the two Spider-Men helped support his arc as well. They weren't just fan service.
Here's the thing, I kind of agree with her.
Oh my god.
Not in the sense but here's the thing. I'm not saying oh, the movie was trash. That's the only way it worked out. I don't mean it in that way. I look at it from this way. Yeah, them, the two Spider-Mans, it helped. It was a marketing strategy. People were interested more so for that, but it was a bonus that we also did get to see Tom Spider-Man finally develop. But that's not what you went to come to see. You came to see these three generations of Spider-Man come together more than the actual story itself. But it just happened to work out and be good anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have people we haven't seen yet. And what also made it better was you got to see a better execution of some of these villains that were done badly last time. Like Electro. Like, the way that Goblin was done. Which Goblin, he wasn't done bad. But he, elevated. He was so elevated in this. Even, he was already awesome in the first Spider-Man. But then he came back in this and, almost was like, let me remind you, MCU or not, I'm still Goblin.
Oh my God.
And,
it's just...
it's like he came in and said, oh yeah, this Spider-Man, yeah, you're the MCU one, you're the kiddie one. Let me show you how we had to do it back in the day, where we actually have a threat.
Yep. So grow a set of balls. No more Iron Man Jr. shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
trying to be Spider-Man.
I'm gonna make you into a man when I'm done with you.
Yeah, now Iron Boy Jr., Spider-Man.
And so I love that. I love that Electro was done better this time around. Lizard was done better. I love that they embraced their fuck-ups too. Talking about, I fought a rhino once.
Yeah, I fought a guy in a rhinoceros machine.
I want to fight an alien from space too. Oh shit, Spider-Man 3.
I also love where Lizard says to Max Jones, hey, the last time I saw you, you had a bad comb over and bad teeth.
Oh god.
Don't even talk about that. Ugh.
Too late I am. It's like, hey, didn't you try to turn the whole world into lizards? Yeah, it's the next phase of human revolution. It's like, yeah, sure.
It's like, didn't you have a come over? And he's like, shut up.
So I will say, it does get me excited to see Daredevil and Spider-Man's dynamic, because Daredevil, as we saw in She-Hulk, is in a good phase in his life, but Peter is in the worst phase of his life because he has nobody anymore. So I am curious to see how that dynamic will work.
Man, I do appreciate that. I appreciate finally, even with the jokes aside, we get to see Matt just be in a place where he's happy. Bullshit is not happening to him 24 hours a day like in his own show.
Yeah.
And also, Spider-Man is like, no, you've not had an actual challenge yet. Here's where the big boy shit comes in, finally.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, that doesn't say that the other two Spider-Mans were mediocre for me.
Oh, no.
I could have done Homecoming. Better, if you told me, go back in time and remake Homecoming, I would have made it basically like Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I would have remade Far From Home.
Or you're like, okay, Mysterio, he was cool. Yeah, until the ending. He was on that petty shit. Oh, you killed me. Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Motherfucker.
I went through the stupid Peter Tingle joke or the stupid Night Monkey joke.
Don't remind me that pissed me off. That Night Monkey bullshit.
Peter Tingle one pissed me off. Just call this
what? I got a tingle too. My foot up your ass. That's a tingle.
Yeah, exactly.
The Night Monkey. Why do I low key feel like that's racist?
It is kind of racist. Night Monkey. Doesn't that sound a bit?
I feel like.
Oh yeah. I never thought of it like that. Night Monkey? Oh my god.
That sounds racist.
That does sound racist. I never thought of it like that.
Not only was it a stupid joke, but it's also kind of racist.
Oh gee, it sounds.
And don't get me started on this version of Flash Thompson.
Oh, I wish they lampshaded that. Isn't that kind of racist? He's like, shut up.
Yeah, but we can't do that. The MCU can't talk about that. Fuck you. Night Monkey.
Sorry, Jordan.
That sounds like something like my ancestors wanted to call me. Or slave owners, come here, Night Monkey. Yes, master.
He's like, yes, master. Some type of shit like that.
do some Django Unchained shit and just shoot your ass, but okay. Oh, God.
It broke Jordan's heart when I told him I didn't like Far From Home.
Too bad. Here we go.
It's not terrible. I think Homecoming's an underrated movie, but Far From Home was like, it could have been made better. Also, no fishbowl.
The more I disliked it.
With the fishbowl.
Bruh. Homecoming for me, I wish they had done a scene where Peter kind of grew some balls and told Tony off in that scene where he gets his suit taken away. Like, if you need the suit, then you shouldn't have it. Well, look who's talking. Look, you without the suit, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, that would have been a nice dynamic of drama added in there. Like, look, the motherfucker who can't do shit unless he's in a suit. I have powers, with or without the new suit.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Tony his superpower is not the suit. That was the point he was making in the movie.
Bullshit.
It's not. It's not. But it's not. That's the whole point of Iron Man 3. His superpower is his mind.
No, your brain cannot help me fight Thanos. It can't stop me from getting my shit.
They almost beat Thanos, dude. They did. They almost did. If Quill... oh my god, now I'm doing this. If Quill hadn't smacked him, they... Yeah. Yes.
You can't do shit by
yes.
thinking of an equation. I need you to fight. I need Hulk. I need Thor. I need even Black Widow knows to get a gun.
They almost beat him, though. They almost got the gauntlet off, dude.
Even
I need your fucking intelligence to defeat me.
Exactly.
Oh my, you two are killing me.
Give me more shit than your brain.
That's the whole point of Iron Man 3. His power is not the suit. Oh my god.
No, get your ass in
fire powers. I have fire powers, bitch. All you have is your intelligence. That's it.
Oh
Without
my
the suit,
god.
you're just a regular human being.
Right, but folks can say, oh, well, Iron Man can beat up Batman. No, because Batman don't need a suit to whoop your ass and break your bones.
Well, he kind of did when he beat Superman in Dark Knight Returns. But, you know, it's understandable why.
That's the only exception, but on a regular, no.
If you don't know the suit, then you shouldn't have it. Look who's talking, fucking hypocrite. At least I got superpowers.
Oh my gosh, you guys are missing the point of the movie, like, so badly right now.
No, I don't need a suit. I got powers. You need the suit.
We're not missing the point. We're just calling out bullshit.
Yeah, in the hypocrisy of Tony Stark.
Oh my
just
god.
Like, you got that a kid died in Sokovia, but yet you're gonna take a kid to fight trained Avengers in Civil War. Where's the logic in that?
I think it's because Peter has superpowers. I don't know. I can't make up
No,
that.
here's the thing. It's a kid regardless.
I don't know. That I could probably say I'll give you a bone on. But on the other one, I'm just gonna shake my head and be like, you guys totally just fucking missed the point of the movie.
No, we didn't miss the point. We're just going
You did! The whole freaking point of the movie! The whole point of the movie is that he doesn't need the suit to be a hero! Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys are killing me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Iron Man 3, guess what? You in trying to defend Iron Man 3, Iron Man 3 after Act 2.
Oh, it's not a good movie. Oh, it's not a good movie. That's my point is that's what the movie was going for. I'm not saying Iron Man 3 is great.
It was going for it and missed. It's like trying to put your dick in the pussy and you slip and you go somewhere else.
Exactly.
It doesn't count.
Ugh.
Come on. Or just like in Infinity War. Okay, you showed us that Doctor Strange's magic shit can cut off this dude's hand, but that never comes back on Thanos. Bullshit.
Well,
I
it's...
don't care.
Some
Doctor
asterisks.
Strange saw 3,000 ways. No, he saw every single way except the one way. The right way. Bull fucking shit. Lazy ass writing, just like Hulk not getting his revenge back on Thanos. That's a bunch of bullshit. But then I saw She-Hulk and I realized, oh, this is why Thanos whooped that ass.
Yeah, because now the Hulk fucking sucks now. I mean, say what you want about the Incredible Hulk movie, but at least they did Hulk right in that film. As in regards to being a fucking savage, but they fucking ruined it.
Like, in that one, I'm like, okay,
No, I think the best Hulk is The Avengers.
But as like a Hulk, Edward Norton, he was a fucking savage and fucking scary and intimidating. That's the Hulk.
Look, the 2003 Hulk would have at least given Thanos a fight.
Oh my god.
That's the Hulk I grew up on.
Do you know?
That's the one that actually has a story.
They were trying to show how fearsome Thanos is by beating the Hulk and Thor. But you know, I digress.
Yeah, but
they really pussied the Hulk down.
Yeah. That's called lazy writing.
You guys are killing me.
Not as well as ruining Hulk, but also ruining Abomination. You guys designed better, but you ruined the character.
Well, see.
He went from "you don't deserve this power" to in a high British accent. All right, calm down. Come on.
Well, okay, it's more accurate, but honestly, you should just. As much as I don't like the 2008 Hulk, Abomination in that one looks genuinely terrifying.
He does.
I'll take that one over this new one that for some reason can wear this shirt and pants and not rip it. I'm like, okay.
I bet my mom overheard me and she's gonna be like, "What were you guys yelling about?" I'm like, it's nerd shit. Don't worry about it.
Apparently has a kid, even though in Age of Ultron he says like this that they can't have kids, but somehow you had this kid.
Don't remind me of that. You know how many people are pissed off at that's how his son looks?
That's immediate.
Wait, that was who that guy was? Who was?
Scar. They fucking ruined Scar.
Oh my god! Thank God I didn't watch. Thank God I didn't watch She-Hulk.
Yeah, you're not. Look, if you want to watch anything, just watch the Daredevil episode and just.
And you're good.
That's what I watched. I just watched the Daredevil episode. I'm like, all right, I'm good to go.
Don't watch She-Hulk twerking. Don't watch her. Them literally making fun of the fact that they know that they underpay their visual effects people and treat them like shit.
Just makes me feel icky. Yeah, I don't want to watch She-Hulk.
They ruined Hulk, they ruined Abomination, they ruined Scar just from his design alone, so yeah.
Who the fuck? Like, someone did a meme where Thanos has his head on top of his head like he's his barber, and he's going, yo, who fucked up your shit?
Like, you didn't sit back and think, like, yeah, this is a dumb design. We should,
all I'll say is, about Spider-Man Homecoming, the whole freaking point of the movie is that he is a hero not because of the suit, but because of who he is as a person.
And as a hypocritical shit to say when you literally
his power is his intelligence, man. That's I will die on that hill. His superpower is his intelligence. Fuck you guys.
Because I have spider powers.
Fuck all you guys.
Love you too, but fuck that shit. His brain is not gonna save me from annihilation.
Oh, jeez.
Look, because if he was so smart, you would have found a way to snap that shit and not kill yourself in the process. Intelligence, my dick.
Oh my god, you guys are...
Intelligence, my ass. Hey, I'm intelligent too, but you know what else I have? Spider powers. What do you have? No powers. You just have armor. Without that armor, you just have
but he's smart enough to make the armor. Oh my god. Kill me right now. I'm not gonna watch She-Hulk. I mean, I watched Werewolf by Night, and that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that. I'm like, I want to see more of the monster.
Don't watch it.
You're not missing on anything. Just watch the Daredevil episode, and you're good to go.
I watched the Daredevil episode, and I really enjoyed it.
That's all you need.
We're telling you this because we love you, but don't watch that shit. For the love of God.
I remember really liking the Hulk growing up. For some reason, the MCU has just not been able to get the Hulk right, and it's really sad.
Yeah. Thanos whipped his ass and he's become a pussy ever since.
In the first Avengers, I was like, okay, there's promise, but after Age of Ultron, they just completely dumped him down and made him, they just ruined the Hulk now.
Because, look, even in Thor 3, which you guys know I hate, even in that one, I'm like, okay, that Hulk is about that business. Okay, I'll take that. Then Thanos whoops that ass and the Hulk is like, look, he went from saying, she calls me daddy to, I'll have her home by 10, sir. Like, no. This is not my Hulk.
Guys.
And look, I don't like the 2008 Hulk movie, but I did respect that they did make Hulk a savage. That's the Hulk I wanted.
Guys, okay. There are so many asterisks here. You're making my head hurt right now. Alright, my head hurts now.
Let me go head hurt. No. This is not even how I feel when you be on that bullshit on how you don't like BVS or you've never seen The Matrix. Now you know.
I don't like those movies. I'm not getting into this right now. Oh, don't change the subject.
Okay. No, the Snyder Cut was awesome. You're wrong.
Oh my lord. Hey, we already talked about the Snyder Cut, okay? I don't want to get into that conversation again. But
And you had to get drunk for the first half just to get us through.
Yep.
Look, I thought we were gonna have to make that 2 parts anyway. So you know what? Just be happy we made it. We made it that far in the movie.
No, the fact that you didn't pass out yet is what I was surprised at. I'm like, I'd be.
Even though I wanted it to happen, but
Because Jacob is an enabler. He's not a good influence.
no, I'm not. I'm aware of that. It's like I wanted to bring and get fucking wasted.
Jesus Christ. There's so many asterisks in that what you guys just said. My head is spinning right now. Though I am not watching She-Hulk. It just does not look interesting to me.
Don't look at it. Honestly, at this point, when you are back in your groove of watching MCU, I think the next thing that you need to worry about is Secret Invasion and I don't. They delayed some of the shit, so I don't know what's next anymore.
The one I'm looking forward to is the new Black Panther movie because despite my skepticism, that shit actually looks pretty good. That movie actually looks good.
Oh my god, how the fuck I forget about that? I've been on that shit since then.
It's coming out next month too.
Yeah.
Oh.
My mind was so occupied with Black Adam and the DC news that's coming up lately. I kind of been put on the back burner. But now that that's kind of died down, I can refocus on Black Panther 2.
Did we just argue about the MCU? Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
And it was fun.
And it was fun while it lasted. Ugh.
No, if we did an actual conversation talking about the MCU, it would just be 3 hours of us arguing.
It would be 3 hours of us yelling over each other, and I don't know if that would make It would probably make an entertaining video, but I'm like, I don't know.
Stupid jokes over used to CGI.
No, bring Jordan on that one and see how far we get.
Oh, he'd be crying.
Probably.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Alright, I think we've milked as much time as we could. Jacob, you said I'd be looking forward to this next movie you got picked. What'd you pick for this next week?
Alright, you're gonna be happy, because I think this is a childhood favorite of yours. But we're gonna be talking about another Pixar classic, Monsters, Inc.
Oh, man. I'm looking forward to that now. I love Monsters, Inc.
Hell yeah. I want an excuse to watch it again.
Monsters, Inc., baby. I wouldn't call it a horror movie, but you know what? It has monsters in it, so I'll allow it.
It counts.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, it counts. Yeah, because like you know how in Disney they do like a Disney themed horror every Friday or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Count that as that, I guess.
Yeah, and they usually show Monsters, Inc. around Halloween time of their Halloween specials.
So yeah, we're doing that. Okay, so that was Halloween and a bunch of ranting about superhero movies again.
A bunch of disagreeing, which is fun.
But yes, this has been yet another episode of Brit and Jacob the Movies. I've been Britton.
And I've been Jacob.
And Carlton, thank you for coming on once again, my good sir.
My pleasure.
All right, so we'll see you guys next week. Oh, okay.
Goodbye.